Welcome back, everybody. That's another episode of Let's Just Talk About It with your host, Jessica Simone. And today we're talking about our 2028 presidential election. Are you with Harris or are you with Newsome? If they were to run in the primaries together, who would you choose? Who would you be for? Who would you vote for? What's right up your alley? And tell me why them or why not? Or if you would even try to even vote Republican again. I'm like, after all of this, I don't even see why anybody would even think to vote Republican again. I don't. I think also too the Republican Party has been hijacked and it is no longer. It's no longer available. But yes, that's what we'll be talking about today. And then a little bit later, we might get into some MAGA projections. Okay. It seems like every projection is a confession, considering the fact that they love to call other marginalized communities criminals, but yet these are the only criminals I see. Considering the fact that a white T man shot a black Navy veteran in a wheelchair in the chest, all because he thought it was stolen valor. It's the caucasity for me. So let's get into the very beginning. What up, Queen V, Adrian? You guys, you already know if you have another device, please, please, please make sure you are subscribed to the red triangle. Put it in there, you guys. Put it in there. It is the same name. You can see the tab that's in my bio as well. Um, we need those hours, you guys. We gotta have 3,000 hours to monetize just in case this place is not here as they said it's not going to be, right? They said in 2020 six it's gonna be something named M Moses or something like that. Ah, thank you for the corgi. I appreciate it. Let's go. All right. We got a little dog. Oh, let me pin our we need 100 roses. We're gonna knock out a bunch of small gift goals for the beginning. I'll probably just keep resetting them. Sunkiss, how are you? Yeah, we're almost at 10K, so we're gonna open up the panel. If you guys would like to come up, we may keep it a little bit uh small today, maybe like four max. Couple friendlies, couple well, I don't know. We'll see because I don't even know if it's gonna be opposition. It's just really a conversation, right? I got the egg boo. Well, who did it, bitch? Because I will come over there and whoop they ass. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you so much, Lum. Who did it? Cause I come. You supposed to be staying dangerous out here, but look at you. Look at you. I need now. I gotta come take care of you. Omega, how you doing? Thank you so much. Yes, get your daily heart me. There's a lot of people who are saying some things, but I'm not getting any requests. So I think we have a lot of bots in the building. If you guys could please say hi to our lovely bots that are here, um, who just know how to use their thumbs and not their tongues. They only know how to use their thumbs and not their tongues. Yes, thank you guys for being in. Again, if you have a laptop, an iPad, another phone, set it, or if you don't even plan on talking, set it in the YouTube, uh, so we can get those hours. We need 3,000. Ooh, bitch, girl. You say what? Oh, thank you, Chrissy. You say what? That I think that really just gave it the that it needed, right? I definitely just gave it the that it needed. Thank y'all so much. I see y'all coming into the YouTube. Because we're gonna, I don't know what's gonna be like. I don't know. I went to UCN. They talking about some I don't know, sinuses and upper. Oh baby, you really do got the egg. Hey Sasha, hola, como estás, señorita? Hi bots, welcome in bots. As a Democrats, we need to move back to moderate candidate. Neither of these two can win. So who are you thinking, Don? Like who would you vote for and why? Like what type of moderate? Like what type of policies does this moderate need to have? Like I think it's about time that we start talking about how we move forward and what does that look like? Who is that? Who are we? Who would we want to be putting forth? Right? What would that look like? Are Republicans still voting Republican? So you can honestly tell yourself that you like the condition of California. Just me. Do you want to come up as well? A lot of people are talking, but nobody. Y'all want me to just keep talking to y'all from the comments? Don't nobody speak? Can't nobody speak? Hi, Chris. Hello, love. How are you? I don't know, Jay. It's the deeper reasons that they don't necessarily want to say. Hello, just me. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. How about yourself?
I can't hear you
You
for
can't hear
some
me?
reason. Now I can.
I said I'm doing amazing. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. I was the one that asked you about the condition of California, if you were okay with that.
Yeah. Do you live in California?
No, I was born there,
Oh, really?
and it was nothing like it is now.
How old are you?
62.
It's not supposed to be the same.
Well, it's supposed to be improved.
Okay. When's the last time you've been home?
What do you mean? Into California?
Well, yeah. When's the last time you've been to
7 years.
California?
7 years ago.
So how do you know what the condition of it is right now?
I just go by the news.
Which news?
CNN,
Uh huh.
MSNBC, all of them.
And what they say is wrong with
The
California?
conditions are horrible. The tax rate you can read online.
Mm-hmm.
It's all terrible.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You honestly think that he's doing a good job there?
Well, they seem to
There's
like him.
no
They
way.
get they continue to vote him in.
Well, that's the question.
Right.
Are they? Are they?
I mean, he's the governor, right?
Well, yeah, but when he became the governor and remaining the governor for years is two
How
different
long has he
things.
been governor?
I think this will be 6 years. Yeah,
I'm not sure. Let me see.
is this his second term or his first term?
I'm not.
I don't know. I just knew that he was Nancy Pelosi's nephew. Yes, that's true.
Since 2019. Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
6 years.
But I just, to me, it says I don't think that the condition of California. I was out there just 7 years ago, and it was crappy then.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a friend
So
that
it was
lives out
crappy
there. Well,
before
a
he
couple of
was
them.
even the governor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But my friend lives out there
Gavin
now.
Newsom is
Well,
not Nancy
a few of my
Pelosi's.
friends. I've got one in San Francisco.
Gavin
I've got one
Newsom
in
is
Los
not
Angeles, and I
Nancy
got one in
Pelosi's nephew.
Northern California. Pardon me.
Gavin Newsom is not Nancy Pelosi's nephew.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Pretty sure he is.
No.
They're definitely related.
Gavin Newsom is not Nancy Pelosi's nephew.
Really, I'd have to close you out to look that up myself. But
Gavin Newsom's aunt, Barbara Newsom, was married to Ron Pelosi, who is Nancy Pelosi's brother in law. That makes them related through marriage, but not directly as a nephew and aunt. Newsom is a
yeah,
second
apples,
cousin,
oranges.
twice removed of musician Joanna Newsom, but they're not related. Thank you, Free. They're not related.
But, so you're saying that they're not related?
They're not related. You want me to pull it up? You want to see it?
Yeah, put it up. Well, I guess I can look up
I
myself
mean, you
later.
don't even have to look. I can put it right here on the screen right there. Look. No, Gavin Newsom is not Nancy Pelosi's nephew. Look at that. Easily Googleable. All you gotta put in is Gavin Newsom Nancy Pelosi's nephew? Oh my God.
I just put in there if they're related or not.
You said what?
Anyways, I still don't. I've been around California when I was out there, and my friends that live out there now say it's crappy. So I go by what they say because I have to deal with it on a daily basis.
Oh, so because they're not happy, then the whole state is crappy?
Well, they live in three different places of the state.
So
So
because
you're
there's
looking at
three
Los
strands,
Angeles.
how many
You're looking at
people?
San Francisco and you're looking at
How
Northern
many
California. You
people
tell me.
are in California? So 39 million people in California, and your three friends say that it's crappy. So it must be crappy.
Well, according to them, what they say, I listen to them about what they say. They're honest enough people,
Honest
Okay, so
enough is wild.
and they'll deal with a lot of things. They all have
just real
businesses.
quick, just real quick, Ligo and tap the screen.
What unicorn
Keeping it
people?
simple for you guys. Ligo will tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart. Look, watch
Mhm.
how I do it. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna send my daily heart. You'll see a little heart thing come up on our head. Ding. So send your daily heart. That's the heart with the 377 next to it at the top of the screen. I don't know if other people can see that. Then you see the star move over to the right of her head. Right there is some chili peppers that she's spicy. Watch how I click it. And then all of a sudden you'll see it at the bottom. She got a chili pepper. So if you guys can that live goal, tap the screen, we can get an algorithm better up here so that we can get a little bit more logical sense people to speak on Trump's behalf up on the panel because changing the goalposts and this narrative that's happening right now, it's not very logical. I mean, imagine if we took 0.0005% of the population and judge them based off of white people. What would that say about all white people?
Mm.
So you're making this racial?
No, I'm making it illogical. It would be unfair for me to take 0.0005% of the white population and judge the rest of the white population on it. It would be unfair for me to take 0.0005% of the United States and judge the entire United States off of it. And what you decide to do is called bias math.
Oh,
So that's all I'm saying. So and you changed your goalpost like 3 times. Oh, it's all apples and oranges. They're I just put in related, but you said nephew. So you should have just said related. You know, not a big deal. But tap the screen.
I
Tap
did
the
say
screen.
related. She just said they're
Tap the
not
screen.
related. So that answered me.
You said nephew.
You said that
Stop.
I
they're.
said nephew, but I said nephew. She said they're not related.
I said they're
And
related through
you just told me I
marriage,
should have
so they're
just said
not related by.
related.
They're
So
not.
what
Well,
you're
Sir,
baby,
why do
calm
you
confusing.
talk
down.
over the
Hey, beautiful
host? Do you
honey, bunny,
not
not
hear
the
the
baby.
toast, the host talking? Please don't talk
No,
over the
I
host.
can't hear her. That's
Okay,
funny.
okay. So just turn up
Yeah.
your hearing aid. Just
Let me
turn
see.
up the volume on your phone. Do whatever you got to do. But the host is literally talking. And you keep talking over her. So please be respectful. She's being very respectful to you. Please,
Is it
you
is it
guys
is
tap
it
the
not loud
screen.
enough? Free, can you hear it?
It's a little low. It's a little low.
Hmm.
But you know what? If I press volume, it goes up a little higher. But then I
Oh.
fear if I do go to a different channel, then that channel will be a little bit higher. So
Oh
it is a
yeah.
little low.
What's his name? Just me. Try turning up the volume. You can't really hear it. Let me see what I can do.
No, it's all the way up.
Yeah, you're a little low. You're a
What about
little,
now?
but you know what?
What about now? What
No,
about
no, not
now?
too
That's a
much.
little better. That's a little better. But the
You're
thing
just
is if he stopped talking so much and being aggressive with his talking, then he might be able to hear you talk. So he just needs to allow space for
listen.
What
conversation.
about now? What about now?
That's
Beautiful.
that is perfect.
Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. So your three friends said that so you wouldn't vote for Newsom. You'd vote for Kamala Harris?
I don't think I'd vote for either one of them.
Oh, do you vote?
Yes. I vote.
You voted for Trump?
Yeah, 3 times in a row.
Oh, are you so excited? Are you loving what he's doing right now?
I'm waiting to see the results.
I know, but do you love the way he's going about it?
I'm waiting to see the results. The way he's going about it is pretty much what we voted for. He's doing all the things he said he would do. He's
Mhm.
going about it slightly aggressive, but that's the way Trump has always worked throughout his whole career. Everything's been aggressive. It's not new.
Do you? I mean, but are you okay with him going against the law, breaking the law, or going against what federal judges is telling him to do?
Which laws has he broken?
Well, when immediately when they told him to bring back Garcia, he said, "I'm not going to be able to do it."
And so
Well, then
laws are, sir, laws are the 14th Amendment. Laws are 1158C. Laws are the ratified immigration laws that we have in this country for asylum and refugee seekers. Sir, laws are having a warrant before you go into someone to take someone or see someone. You have to have a warrant in due process. Laws are habeas corpus, which is in the Constitution, sir. Oh,
Okay, I guess that's what you want to call it. You call it. But what about the rules
it's
or
habeas
law?
corpus. It's
Oh,
the
I'm
law.
sorry. You want to interrupt me or you want to let me finish?
Habeas corpus is the law. Please don't call. Please, all I'm
Okay.
asking, sir, all I'm asking
Thank
is say,
y'all.
don't call them. Say that's what I
Thank
want to
you.
call them. That's what they are. Habeas corpus
But
is the
see, the
law.
thing is that Clinton had already made a law that allowed them to do it. So now you're saying
I'm
that
sorry. Wait. Say that again,
Clinton
sir.
and Obama, when they were both doing deportations,
Uh
there
huh.
was a law passed so they could pick up aliens,
Can
illegal aliens,
you quote that law?
undocumented. It's 11A1.
What are you
Laws
what
aren't in one
A1
one a
sauce?
one.
What up, Hector? How you doing,
Yeah,
love? Let me
that's
Can
not
I
a
let me
law,
get
finish?
this
sir.
out of the way.
Okay.
With Obama and Clinton,
What about now?
we thought about this,
Still
and they
low. Still
they
low,
had said
Jeff. Still
what
low.
they could do was a due process upon picking them up.
So you
Sorry,
think
they did,
upon picking
and
Wait.
no,
they
they first of all
both Obama and Clinton deported millions of people.
they did with due
Millions.
process. With due
No,
process.
they didn't do it
Yes, they
due
did.
Yes,
process.
it
Yes, they
did,
did.
sir. Yes,
You're
it did,
very
sir.
wrong.
Yes,
I
it did, sir.
tell me how they were not getting due process. Where you find that information from, sir?
Well, according to you, what you're saying is due process, and what the way they deported them, they weren't getting. What you're saying is they weren't getting due process, but according to them, they were getting due process.
Can you
So
describe due
H- h-
process, sir?
So
Like she
but
I
what
asked.
do
think
you
you need to call the president and ask him that one.
no, I mean there was no the only issue there
That's
wasn't an
ICE.
issue
I
with
don't know.
him they're doing due process with Obama. Yes, they did deport a lot of people, right? But they were giving them due process.
No, they didn't line everyone up in a courthouse or anything else like that to do due process. They did
Sir,
due process through ICE organization or whoever
sir,
was supporting them.
that's not true, sir.
How
And
do you know?
sir,
Where do you get that information from, sir?
yeah.
I looked it up, just
Where?
like you looked.
Okay, tell me, and I can pull
I
it up.
can't look it up on my phone when I'm talking to you
No,
on the
no, no.
phone.
Do you you don't
Sorry,
remember
but
where you don't remember where you read that at?
the rule that I had seen was that the one that Clinton, you can just look up Clinton's rule on deportation. It'll be
Hold
on
on,
there.
who Clinton? Who?
Then look up Obama's rule on deportation. And then you read it and then you tell me what you can read. You got the computer in front of you. I don't.
So I'm telling. So you're telling me that Obama went into the courts where people were quote
Just look
unquote
it up.
doing it the right way and picking them up from court.
Don't try to reword or anything. Just look it up.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you a
I
question.
just told you what I read.
I've already looked up one of your uh misinformation that you have spread spewed on the
Whatever
live
you
today.
want to say, ma'am.
But
11A. Tell me what the number is for the law. You looked it up just now. What is it?
Wait. What are you
who
talking
looked it
about,
up?
sir?
No, I know I did not.
No, apparently not. So now you're just going to start with your
So
misinformation.
I just so you know, Jeff, I just looked up verbatim what he tried to quote. And if you put in verbatim what he tried to quote, it doesn't give that as an explanation. In
Why?
order
I
to
never
see,
said
in
anything
order
verbatim.
to, you said to put it in. So I put in what you asked. So in order to see what the due process was for deportation or for Clinton, in order to see what expedited repatriation was, do you know what that means, sir? Repatriation. Do you know what that means, sir? Sir, do you know what repatriation means? Can you hear me?
Just me. Are you there? Are you done? Is that enough? It's too much? Is it
Yeah,
information
so
download?
yeah. So there was due
Thank
process. Look,
you.
I don't know why they're trying to act like Obama didn't do this slowly over an 8-year period versus Trump trying to do this within a year.
And
Obama didn't have quotas.
also the people that he was able to send right back, they caught them at the border, so you can just turn around and send them right back. Nobody's pulling people out of their houses, is going to the court using the IRS to go and find just your regular people just trying to quote unquote, like you say, do it the right way. and go to work. Oh, do we have a runner? Is he running? Just
No,
me? Are
he's
you
still
running?
there. I think he's looking up his own bullshit.
She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard.
I'm hollering, Taylor. Thank you for the crowns for the royal family in this thing. I woke up feeling really, really good today. If everybody in the live could tell me a win that you've had today, I don't give a fuck how big or how small it is. Tell me a win that you had today, because I think counting and recognizing those small wins are very important. I knew he was gonna leave.
She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard.
Tap the screen, give me a follow if you guys have not done so before. Let's go ahead and knock out these small gift goals. I'm gonna do about 3 or 4 more of those before we start moving it on up. Share the live with at least 3 people. Let's tap the screen. Let's get up to like 50K. Always the best way to support the live is green or blue app. And it's I'm Jessica Simone, which you see right here at the very, 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 very top. I appreciate you guys for being here. Feel free to put a message in your dono as well. We'll definitely ask our oh, my baby sent me a message. I love her so much. We'll ask our audience for sure. Yes, and Sneed's goal is
Oh my God!
hey, thank you, Bree. Welcome on in. Is it Delia? Delia?
Yeah, just D, whatever. Yeah, what's up?
Hey D, how are you?
I'm reading your prompt. I'm reading your thing up there. Harris or Newsome.
Yes.
Harris can't win the nomination, first of all, so you need to drop her. She can't win the Democratic nomination. They would never vote for her again. She done.
Why you say that?
She done. She had a choice. She had a shot. The Democrats ain't gonna put her back up there.
Taylor, thank you for the $3 for. Can I get the runner song? And yes,
she's
you
a
can.
runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard.
Just me cannot
come
take
on.
it, so he had to just leave.
I'm gonna
Alrighty
need
then.
your help to
Drop some
know how to
coconuts
do
for
all that.
no, drop some coconuts for Taylor in the chat. Okay. So you would vote for Newsome?
No, I wouldn't vote for him neither.
I don't think Harris is done though.
What? She weak. She weak.
What makes her weak?
What made her weak last time?
I didn't
Trump
think she
was?
was. I didn't think she was weak last time.
Come on, man. Trump smoked her. You got to go back and look and do some research.
So Dahlia, did you just vote for Trump? Just say
Trump
you voted for
smoked her.
Trump. Did you
Hold
vote
on,
for
what do you
Trump?
call? Hold on, what do you call smoked her? What does that look
He
like?
beat it almost in every state. He beat it in almost every state.
He won by like 1 point.
It don't matter who he
4%.
won by. He beat almost in every state.
He won by like 1.4.
Y'all ain't doing your research. Y'all ain't doing your research. Good
okay.
luck. Good luck. Good luck.
That's what you came up here to say? Oh, that boy.
Wow.
She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard.
Jess, can I hear Minuteman? Can I hear that? Because that was a Minuteman.
Oh.
Like that was like little itty bitty. I felt like that was a Minuteman.
Let me
He
see.
pulled it out and we laughed
Every
at it.
60 seconds in Africa.
5 minutes of gamers smashing their monitors. Best rate.
Hold on. Let me see if I can. Let's see.
Not like us. They not
Hey,
like us.
we got a subscription in the building. Irene, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate you. Alex, Queen Love, thank you as well. Natty, thank you. Yari, thank y'all for the daily heart meets. That was crazy. That was crazy. A drive-by crash out is wild. I've never seen such. Hold on, because I do want to. I've never seen that. He waited in the thing so he could say that she weak. You're weak, sir.
I don't want no minute man.
That's what he was. Aaron, welcome, man. How are you? Hey, Lofar.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself? Okay. Is my volume still low, you guys?
Nah, I hear you.
I probably gotta yell it. Okay. Yes. Would you vote for Harris or Newsome? And why?
I think it's gonna be Gavin Newsom ultimately. I don't know which one I would vote for because it'd be a tough choice to make because both of them are valid. I think it's going to be ultimately going to be Newsom. I'd be surprised if it's not. Put it that way.
But like, if they're running against each other in the primaries, who would you be voting for?
I think
Hey,
between the two
Steve.
of them, I think the one who has the better chance to win ultimately is probably Gavin Newsom
Why so?
because I think legislatively, I don't think there's anything that they really differ on, but I think I'm saying quote packaging will be more palatable for the population at large. And when I say it's pretty obvious, well, it's pretty clear what I mean when I say packaging. Because Caucasian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that will go over a bit better with the undecided voters than Kamala Harris again, honestly.
And I think it's called Satin by Mac. If you guys, for those who's like, what's that lipstick? And then I ain't gonna lie, I put another pink color in the middle called.
What if Harris
Okay.
has Crockett as her VP? I love Jasmine Crockett as much as the next person. However, she's for them, she's too black.
Wait, how? But hold it. Like, I get what you're saying, but one moment she's not black enough, and the next moment she's too black. One moment is she's not really black.
No,
Like that's what they
I'm referring
ran
when I say
on, you know.
when I say too black, I'm referring to Jasmine Crockett, not Kamala Harris.
Oh, okay.
Right, right.
I was just like, I'm confused.
I
Like
mean, we
but
need a
the
real
real.
black woman. I mean, no, because Kamala Harris is a real black woman too. Let's
Like
not get that
they
twisted.
wouldn't,
Let's not
we
get
couldn't
that
get Kamala
twisted.
Harris. We definitely not getting Jasmine Crockett as president.
I mean, you never
Oh,
say
that's
never. I don't
I
count. I'm
mean,
not gonna count
yeah.
my people out. Mhm. How can we elect Obama but not Kamala Harris?
like let's address the real reason of what's going on.
Why do you think that America does not like women?
America doesn't like women they can't control.
Why?
Because it makes them feel inferior, and that's really why a significant reason that's why Trump happened. Because and especially in our and some of our minority populations, the whole machismo thing is real popular. Like, yeah, he's strong. He says exactly what he's feeling. He says exactly what's on his mind all the time. That's not a good thing if you're really listening. And so I guess that you know the strength, and again that's in quotes, that is presented is appealing to a lot of people.
Do you think that it's important that we look out for each other and we believe in our own?
Yes.
And do you think it's hard for to convince other people to believe in black women if our own black men are not believing in our black women?
Yes, but I'm that doesn't apply to me. I'm part of the 84, 86, 80, whatever percentage it
Right.
was that voted for Kamala Harris. So I
Right.
mean,
But if she went up again, who would you choose?
honestly I don't know because
That's what I'm saying. Like, why can't we get y'all to stick with us through thick and thin, through the mud? Like, why is it a hard decision? She's qualified. She's the
she
most
is.
qualified candidate. She's not only she's the most qualified candidate, she raised the most money for her campaign than any other president who had anywhere from 4 to 10 years opposed to 307 days. History. Like, she was breaking records while breaking records. What is your hesitation by continuously sticking it out with black women? You know, like, why is it a hard decision?
there are a few, of course, in 2025, there are undetermined factors. The first one being who could possibly be the nominee on the other side. I love y'all down. I don't want it to be this. I don't want that to be misconstrued.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it's probably going to be who will ultimately might have the best chance to win.
That's all perception. It's all perception. Anything can happen. It could be any given Sunday.
And to this
But if
TTD,
you don't believe it's a guesstimated, like you're just guessing about what you think other people would like. But we're not even giving her a chance to shit. Y'all gonna like this. Like we're not even believing in our own decision. We're being palatable to white people again. Let's put up our palatable Negro. They didn't put up their palatable white. They didn't care what he said, what he did.
No, the palatable white would have been Jeb Bush.
They didn't even worry about the felonies or nothing. They didn't even care. They just like they put him in the run. Like so, but we need to tiptoe and make sure we put in somebody that they can like. They didn't care.
Jersey girl, race and ethnicity are not the same thing. Come on now, let's try to keep
girl
up.
Is a bot.
But yeah, oof. I'm not a bot. I'm a real boy.
Jersey girl, you've been muted for 1 minute unless you can come up on the panel and explain yourself with your whole full chest. Even
what do
if
you mean?
it's
Tell us. What do you mean? Tell
negative
you
A.
my truth, Taylor. What the hell that mean?
I think you I think you're misunderstanding her. She's just asking you to like be more honest about what this is about, even if it's not about what you believe.
Hey,
We need to be more honest about what this is really about. So
I mean, I'm just
don't feel like you gotta hold back.
Oh no, I don't. Okay.
Did you vote for Harris?
I did.
Okay. Do you regret your vote?
Not at all.
Okay. So why do you think in reality this is really the problem? Like when you look at 77.8 million people who voted for Trump and 74.6 million who voted for Harris, would you really think? And then 88 didn't even vote at all.
So why would we think she couldn't win?
Yeah,
Especially
and in
after
3
we get
months,
done trying to tear America down.
yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong. In less than 3 weeks, she raised 8 million. But if she had a chance to at least have at least 6 months to a year to campaign, shit, I'd be campaigning right now if I was her. You don't think she could raise more?
She definitely could.
She could get her message out more. She could clarify that stuff more. She can combat misinformation more. But in 3 months, that's a really hard, tough call to get your bearings set in the right direction. And even with 3 months, she did as good as she did. She did 74 point, and I said it wrong, 74.8 million. 3 months.
Yeah.
To you, I feel like just as much as, in our community, that I know I've heard black men say, they want black women to, believe in them and this, that, and the other. I think that it's important for you guys to do the same, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, did someone?
I'm trying.
Grant, I already know what's going on.
Hey,
Hey, H. Craig, you all right over there? What's that? You hurting your dog?
What's going? Oh yeah, sorry, I'm about to leave my job. So
you work at the
yeah,
shelter?
I'm a dog trainer at
Oh,
a
okay.
facility.
That's what's
So,
up.
She's 2 hours away from me.
Hey, Don. Oh yeah, train my dogs. Okay.
so I'm setting up a dog's bed right now, and yes, you can hear the other ones crying in the background. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got behind Obama with no hesitation. What is the issue with getting behind
No
Obama?
whatsoever. I just don't know. Ultimately, in the macro sense, I don't know what the hesitation is.
Um,
That's something you probably want to
I
dig
will.
into, though. Go ahead, Craig.
I mean, I mean, obviously, I want Harris. I wanted Harris to win. I think that for this next election, she's in a really tough spot because I don't like Newsome as a candidate at all. I don't think what he provides for the Democratic Party is a good message.
Mm-hmm.
But what people are looking for right now is someone to fight Trump. And he recognizes that. He recognizes that people want to see somebody actually go at this guy. And he has an opportunity to do it since she's not vice president anymore. She's just a civilian right now. And there's not really a lot for her to do where she can push back on this guy. Like Free was saying, if she wants to run, she needs to be doing absolutely everything she can right now to be organizing people, getting on as many TV shows as possible, pointing out how she was right. That's what I would be doing if I was her. I'd be getting on TV as much as possible, being like, I fucking told you,
Last thing y'all want to hear is a woman saying she was right.
No, but because people are feeling it, and again, you're saying like you don't want to be palatable. That's the only card she's got.
But
the only card she's got right now is I fucking told you this is what would happen, and this is how I would have dealt it and planning some stuff out. But if she's just gonna sit around and wait to run, like come midterms or like try and start platforming, then I think this Newsome guy is gonna have already gotten a run start. He's figured out his lane, and it sucks. It really sucks because I don't want this guy running at all. And I do hope we find someone else who can beat him, but she's got to get her name on the board, like right now.
My thing is, now that's what I was gonna ask too. Do you think that she is doing it subtly, right? She's been on the is it Colbert show? She did it.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
just recently did another interview or a speech yesterday or something like that. She has the book coming out, and she says she wants to go around the country and talk to the people and it not be transactional and just really hear what their wants are and really get to know them. Do you think that is a subtle way of doing the campaign? That's not seeming like you want anything but getting to know people and basically creating a friend all across the country. That way, when it does time to vote, like I got your back.
Yeah, I think that could be a smart way to do it. I mean, I do think if she was running that sort of campaign, that sort of small, slow building campaign, I don't know if the book is a good idea. I
You don't
don't
know
know if
what?
writing like the book, like running or trying to build stuff under your loss is a good idea. I think trying to get away from, I mean, I know people want to read it, but for me personally, I just take it as I think it's a bad political
Oh, also
move.
too, y'all, our top gifter or our top donator this week will get a. I'm gonna order you a Kamala Harris book as well. But you don't think that she should have wrote a book?
I think the book is a good idea if she's not gonna run. I think if she is gonna run, it's a bad idea.
Why? Just
Why?
Because she,
just
I think,
perspective.
because she lost, and it's 170 days, and it's just unless it's like I mean I have to read the book. I'm just saying from the announcement of the book, I was like I took the announcement of the book and the releasing of the book as a sign as a voter that she was not going to run again. That she was
But
like, this
the
is what I went through. This is what my experience was like of doing this, and I'm kind of done with
but
this.
at the same time, why can't she write a book to just give awareness of what is going on and it writing like here's the double standard where we're falling into. We have, other than the fact we want to go down the convicted felon lane, how many books has Trump written and he still ran for office? All the standard or the status quo of what you should do and what you shouldn't do before you become a president. That's the bar has been lowered so low, 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 especially for a prestigious position as this, that her writing a book is, it's not like she going out there and committing a crime. She's just writing a book. And
I'm not
that
saying I
book should
definitely.
be
I
no, no,
mean,
no, no, no.
Lil
Yeah,
Farm
yeah,
said
I
the
yeah.
agree
same
with
But
thing,
you.
and
Yeah.
and
but
and I'm
I'm just
asking
saying
this
it should be
genuinely. Like,
irrelevant.
Lil Farm also said that like she thought that was her waving her white flag to her as well, and she could very much be too. But
Yeah,
I'm asking this genuinely, like, what about a
me
book
too.
from somebody? She already wrote one book, and she wrote another book about this 100 some days. What about it makes it seem like a white flag? Because she says she's still never given up the fight and still want to fight. How do you think she plans to fight?
I think it's hard to describe why certain actions feel a certain way through the screen, right? And I'm not saying that she can't write a book. I'm saying that the certain things that politicians do through media, they are having a conversation with like the people. And I like when I'm doing sort of engaging with this process, I'm really, it is a vibes based thing. That's as much until she starts talking about a policy, until she starts talking about like campaigning. What we have is people generating their vibes of like who they are, and Newsome is doing that. Newsome has figured out his lane. He's like, I'm going to go at this guy hard. I'm going to use the media to show that this guy is is a prick, and I think he's a prick, and I can be a prick too for the Dems, and I can fight for them, which I think people, especially white people, like. So I can't exactly say why it felt that way, but it did feel like when she came out and she's like, here's my book called 10-7 and 107. I don't know why it interpreted it that way. I'm not saying she can't do it. And I'm also not saying that perspective can't change.
No, Lil
Right.
Fawn said the same thing, and I'm like, I'm literally like, I'm one of those persons of people who want to get in like the thought process and how and why it makes it look a certain way. Because if say for some reason I'm running for president, and I'm like, no, I can't write a book because I'm gonna look like a loser. I'm like, I want to know like what's the thought process in that. That's process in it. That's why. Because it didn't. I didn't think that. I thought like, hey, shit. Let me tell my story because it was a lot to be happening. There was a lot of questions. I feel like people, like on the Colbert show, he was asking so many questions, which he was like, it's in the book. I feel like we all have questions, especially after that. Um, and instead of going on like making a movie about it, I'm gonna write a book about it, and you can just get the damn book and read, which America needs to fucking do too. So that's I don't know. It didn't seem like people's perspective because I think that's important. You know what I mean? She's like, bitch, if you gonna make me live through all of this again, I'm gonna live through it once. I'm gonna write the book and you can read it. All your questions are in there because we all have a lot of questions, and he had a bunch of questions. Um,
Yeah,
real,
it's possible.
real quick before I bring in Son, um, if I get that,
I was
also,
just gonna say,
hold on one second. I get that he is. You said you don't like. You're not too fond of him.
No, not at
A lot
all.
of people are
Not
saying
in
they're
the least
not
bit.
too fond of him. So I'm also too wondering why. Like, why do we think he's going to be the good choice? Like, you think if everybody's not too fond of him, they're like, damn, I might not even want to do that either.
Can I
But
be honest about that?
I don't know. Son, welcome in. How are you, love?
Hey, boo, I'm good. How are
Hello.
you?
Now you only
Well,
get
son, are you
about
sick?
20, 30 minutes because I know you sick over there. Hey,
That's
Jamal.
that's all I got to give you. In all honesty, that's why I literally popped a fresh Ricola, and I said, "Let me get up here and say this because this is
You sound so
how,
sick.
how do I say this?
My baby don't feel good.
The context of this is interesting, and I mean that in the sense that I'm just gonna go down my list real quick. I'm sorry, I just gotta get this out the way. I gotta get this off my chest. I think that many a thing can be true. And I'm starting to think that we're doing a disservice to ourselves at this point. And what I mean by that is Did we ever consider that another reason why Kamala wrote this book is because the people were asking her what happened?
Mm-hmm.
And this is her way of providing an answer to that as well. Did we ever consider that the reason she has not announced that she is running yet is because across the political spectrum, what are have the Republicans put up a candidate yet? Has a Republican thrown their hat out there and said, I'm going to run for the presidency after Donald Trump in 2028? It's too soon.
Mm-hmm.
It is, because the thing is, Donald Trump did a thing that we had not seen, which was he literally essentially campaigned for a decade, if we're going to be really honest.
Mm-hmm.
He campaigned for a decade, damn
Really
near,
too, because
for
he was on
presidency.
Oprah low-key campaigning.
Right. And I want to be really, really clear about this. There is a process, and when you're looking at politics as a whole, that takes place no matter where you lie on the political spectrum. Because the thing is that candidates also don't want to lose their window of opportunity where they're able to run on goodwill and good merit. And then the people do not get tired of seeing that person. And then they get apathy for that individual. And then they make the decision not to vote for them if they're elected by their party's nomination. So when the DNC and the RNC happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure we're all on the same page about that.
Mm-hmm.
And something really interesting is this process that is happening right now that we're seeing, where people are saying, well, Gavin, oh, I don't like what he's done for California. I don't like da 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 da. And I've said this before, and you all have heard me say it. You don't have to like a person. You don't have to agree with everything they do in order to understand and recognize the context of where we are as a society. The same thing happened. I think we all forget this because we love Obama. Obama is beloved, right?
Mm-hmm.
We love Obama. Obama did not agree with same-sex marriage legalization. You know who did? Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
You know who constantly talked to Obama about it? Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened during Obama's second term, if I'm not mistaken, gay marriage was legalized.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be really clear about this. And I think the thing that is going to happen is that people don't want to engage in this. We, as the people who are on the left, in the center, who are on the left leaning liberal, we're not a monolith. Votes have to come from somewhere else, y'all. Votes have to come from somewhere else other than and to be clear, because I'm still not over the way people openly talked about Kamala and Liz Cheney and being like, well, she spent so much time trying to gain Republican votes that she forgot about us. No. The way voting works is you have to be able to speak to both sides of the political party. And we forget that, and we have forgotten that as a whole. And that is a problem. Because I guarantee you, Obama didn't just get those votes off the back of blue voters alone. He got them off independents at the time as well, along with moderates, along with centrists. And we have to remember that as a whole.
Jamal.
And I think that is the context of this that we are forgetting, because we're angry and we're tired and we're exhausted by what we're seeing and all these things that are taking place. But there is a process to the system. It would make no sense for her to announce she is running right now. And she even kind of alluded to that technically if you watch the interview, where she said, I want to talk to the people of this across the country.
That's what I got too.
Without it being transactional, without it feeling like I'm asking for their vote. That is movement. Mm-hmm. We call that grassroots movement, because she's trying to build support from the ground up.
That's what I was thinking too.
Right.
I don't necessarily disagree with what you're saying. I think that they kind of call it like a soft float. It could be her team or whoever, just kind of soft floating, putting the book out, seeing how people respond to it, to her, have her go around and do some talks to people and just see if they can generate movement that way. I think that's totally possible and plausible. Like I said, this is just the opening narrative that people are interpreting, and it is It definitely can change. I think it's absolutely possible people get sick and tired of Gavin Newsom. I think it's possible for Buttigieg to show up and do some tough talk. I think there's a lot of people who can show up and just mix this whole thing up. I'm just talking about opening narrative, right? This is just opening narrative stuff. However, the only thing I will disagree with you on is we know who the Republicans are running. They've said it. They know what they're doing. JD Vance.
They're not running any. They're not even running. They're running Trump.
Look, even if they do run Trump, it'll be through JD Vance, right? They know that's the talk of what they're doing right now. That is the push. They're already trying to put him in front of the camera a little bit more, give him a little bit more like leadership. They're pumping some leadership stank on him. But we know what their plan is. I mean, I agree with you on this. Like, we know the plan is for Trump to just, he does not want to leave. Like, he has no intention of leaving. But how they do that might be sneaky.
Of course, because it's all sneaky. One second, I think so.
Yeah,
also, too. Just even thought of him. The thought of fans is it's just disgusting, really. Anyways, Lil Farm, welcome in. You said something too about you thought it was her white flag. What about it made it feel like a white flag?
Okay. Hey, everybody.
How
Can you
doing?
guys hear
Long
me?
time no hear. Yes.
I know I be working so hard, lady.
Hey,
But
Shan. Oh, and all my people on the red triangle over there. Go ahead.
can you guys hear me? I don't know if I have a.
We can hear you.
Okay, great.
You're clear, babe.
You're
clear.
Okay. Well, I want to be very clear on this one. Anybody knows me, I always talk about if you don't, it's her time right now. So I want to be clear on what I'm saying when I what I stated. You do not get a Barack Obama without a George W. Bush, right? It had to be really like in the trash. It's in the trash now. I believe if she was to run, it would be her time. However, and Craig, you could correct me if I'm wrong. I'm a vibe person. Not me nor him, and I'll go out on a limb and speak for him. I do not believe that neither one of us thinks she is wrong for writing the book, or it is sometime or somehow political you know what I'm saying, for her. However, when you see her writing a book and you think of writing a book, you think of a person on the beach looking out the window, relaxing. You compound that with the words of the system is broken. She stated the system is broken. I'm not really going to get into that because the system is broken. And I'm watching her facial expression. And this is just my perception.
Right.
Sometimes perception can be stronger than reality. She could be gearing up, going back. No one is saying that. But what I am saying is when I'm watching her body language and I'm watching her words saying the system is broken. I'm not going to run for governor. I'm not going to run any longer. And then you compound that. Well, y'all wrote a book though. Go read my book. I got it all laid out for y'all. Y'all can come see, how everything went. I hope y'all enjoy it. That's not to say she's not going to get back in that arena. It just looked like at that moment she was waving a white flag. That is it. That is all.
I got a perspective on that, and I want to bring Jamal in. Just what you're saying, and I get that. I also too, considering the fact that the way he's moving and the presidential immunity, do you also think that too, for safety, that I am prolonging the announcement of it? You don't want to give anyone a lot of time to plan. Huh? No. I'm talking about our current administration.
No, I hear you.
Yeah. You got your finger on the speaker.
Me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
I hear you. I hear exactly what you're saying. But we tend to wait around, right, until midterms. The current administration and what they're doing right now, it has to be combated right now. It has to be, she can't look like she relaxing. She gotta look like, again, we talk about perception being stronger than reality. She gotta look like she got her pedal on the throttle. Like, I'm back in there. Okay, I have my 6-month rest. I'm dusting myself off. I'm getting off the mat because this administration is so terrible that I'm like, I think somebody said she need to be, on talk shows saying, hey, look, I told you guys, because when you break it down, she clicks him off almost down to the day. at the 3-month mark, the 6-month mark, everything that she broke down in that debate and further, he has done. Right. So this administration, being as aggressive as it is, she is not is right now to combat that if she was going to make a run for it.
Jamal, welcome in. How are you? And also too, I'm gonna come back to you in a minute, Lil Farm, because I want to know, like, she has to be as a private civilian. What does foot on the neck, full throttle? What does that look like combating him, considering the fact that she is not in government in any capacity and have any type of um pull in that say? But I'm gonna come back to you for that answer. Jamal, welcome in. How you doing, my love?
How you know I was doing that? Hey.
How you doing?
Don't play that crap you played the other night, Jamal.
I might.
Whatever. Show off.
So thank you for having me up. I think
Always.
I think it's I think this is a really good topic, and I think what you see, the difference between Gavin Newsom and Kamala Harris in this moment is the lens with which black women particularly are regularly marginalized by a system, right? Like she had politics, she had the policy, she engaged in the authentic dialogue, she had less than 180 days to do what she did. And I think what we see is now Gavin Newsom coming on the heels of that, of her saying, as a black woman, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so.
Go figure.
And he's showing up just being a troll, right? Like he's being a troll. I'm not hearing any policies from him. I'm not hearing anything relevant, but I do see him peacocking, which is what he does in the state of California. And I'm saying that as a resident of the state of California. I think he is a peacock. They're pretty from afar, but they stink when they come up. You get close to them.
Because gerrymander already.
Yeah, yeah. Like you said you were doing it. I get that you're trying to prove a political point, but they have propped him up as the candidate, and I think the party did so. I don't think he can win. Just so that I'm clear, I don't think he is electable. I think they have made him the boogeyman, much like they did with Nancy Pelosi, which is how we lost control of the House. I think that we need to be thinking through who are the front runners, and I don't think Gavin Newsom. He might arouse people's interest in doing silly things like posting, "Say Trump, I hear you like him young," and all of that craziness, right? Like the little 1-2 line zingers. I think Kamala had the same thing happening during her campaign. People didn't give the same credence to it because she wasn't a mediocre white man showing up in the world in what is a clearly political act. I think the other thing, though, that we have to contend with is some of the work you're doing. We're not going to change MAGA's mind, but moreover, we're not going to change the mind of people that call themselves leftists. And I'm not talking about true leftists. I'm talking about supremacy leftists, that individuals that engage in the tools of supremacy, one right way, etc., so on and so forth. And so I find myself regularly concerned about that. And I think it was borne out today. I think you saw a post of mine where we have somebody that is being propped up as a savior. You don't get to be the poison and the antidote. You said you voted for Jill Stein. You said you were going to vote for Jill Stein. You were told by people online that she was a political cicada. You still voted for her. And now you're in DC. And though I want no black woman to get harmed, you don't get to be the poison and the antidote and then show up on the news as if you're some savior. You voted for what's happening right now. And I think that we need to start calling it out more clearly from leftists. But back to you, I think the work of getting people that aren't voters to become chronic voters, that aren't going out to get out. Those are the people that we can reach. The people that stayed home, the folks that came out for Obama because they felt invigorated by him. And I think, again, it shows the misogynoir in our community that is global, where that same tenacity did not crop up for a black woman. So that's my very long soapbox. I think it is a reminder that black women have to work hard. People are losing their minds because I said, Ruth Bader Ginsburg is the reason the Supreme Court is in the shape it's in. And folks are like, that's not true. They would have done the same thing that they did with, I forget, was it Scalia? I said, during Obama's first term, he met with her. He asked her to resign. He said, we are going to lose control of the Senate. And she refused to resign, knowing that she had pancreatic cancer, had it multiple times, had cancer multiple times, rather. And people are losing their mind as if she's some sort of savior. We've got to get away from treating Black women like they have to be damn near perfect or perfect.
Yes.
And martyring and making people Joan of Arc, or rather Katniss Everdeen, when in fact, her old ass created the situation that we are in right now by refusing to resign. And before somebody says, well, it's 6-3 right now, it would be 5-4. Those cases are typically 5-4. They're typically 5-4 right now. And we would probably be 5-4 the other way. Roe would have survived, I believe, had she not done what she did. And so let me land my plane there, because see, today I'm gonna start cussing people out. I'm in that kind of mood.
Come on, cargo plane. What's I about to say? Oh, Jesse, thank you for the $3. That said, after watching Kamala's recent interview with Stephen Colbert, it appeared to me that she's tired. She's mentally, physically, and spiritually burned out. So I get her releasing the book and kind of telling her side of the story. Only time will tell what her next move is. Thank you for the $3 dono. I appreciate it. Drop some coconuts for Jesse, and I get that too. And as Black women, again, we obviously, when she allegedly lost, we also felt like we lost. We felt like we knew it was an attack on Black women. Period. Um, and we got tired, but we still got to get in the fight. Shit still goes on. Now we fight differently. We show up differently. We don't keep going out there and protest if they're gonna unalive us. We attack it in different ways. Like, your your 265, 85, however many day bus boycott, your Walmart, your Target boycotts, your like the People Sick Day. You organize coordinated strikes against this system to demand what it is that that is owed to you, basic human rights for starters. Um, but she did also too. She did look, like, damn, this system is broken, because I get it. Imagine 40, 30, 40 plus years, the better half of your life. You spent all this time fighting in the system, fighting for the people. And even when you know and feel like you have won, it still seems like you've lost. Like, and it's almost like, what am I doing it for? But at this point, you still keep going, because she did say, I'm not saying I'm getting out of the fight. I'm still fighting for sure. Because I actually watched it again today to go over a couple of the things that she said. Um, Little Farm, I forgot what the question I was asked. Oh, what does that look like? What does that look like? Would you think that looks like? Foot on her neck, foot on his neck, full throttle, coming back at him as a private citizen.
Well, we got to remember, Afeni Shakur was a private citizen. So was Angela Davis, and I'm not saying she has to be that, right?
Who was?
Afeni Shakur, Angela Davis. I'm not saying she has to be that, them in that retrospect, but you don't have when you speak, when she speaks, people listen. We've seen her at a couple of award shows. She made speeches there. Everybody in the crowd, when they panned to the crowd, eyes was up at attention, listening to her. Things of that nature. I know that, she can't go behind a podium like, this is what I need and this is what I want and this is what I plan to do. I think she had a perfect playbook for policy, but now it's kind of being on offense ahead of time if she's going to make that run again. And that would be just appearances. That looks like appearances. That looks like The View. That looks like, like again, I'm with you. When I seen her in that interview, it was the vibe. It was I'm pooped look. It was I am so tired look. Like it didn't look like it didn't look like I'm out to gear up to really fight this. It looked like, listen, like you just said, I've given this shit my all. I fought it from within. I've gave it my all, and y'all still shitted on me. And I'm tired for now. That's what it looked like to me. So it would have to look different than that. The energy and the vibe would have to be different than that. But it would have to look like, making appearances at these these places, and her own appearance. She could say, "Hey, I'm having a book signing here, and I'm going to speak to the crowd," and then she could deliver her message there, and however she needs to deliver it. It looks like a lot of different things, as a civilian.
So also too, the part where she says, thank you guys so much, I appreciate it. The part where she says, I'm not getting out of the fight. I didn't mean that at all. I'm still in this fight. We have to fight. I want to travel the country and speak to the people. And even when you're just meeting, mentioning the book signing, that's an excuse to go around the country to give those speeches and really reel in the people without saying that I'm running for president and fill everybody out before even making an announcement, which now, as we continue to talk about it, that sounds like a brilliant idea, right?
It is a brilliant idea, but
Yeah,
we would have to wait to see what that looks like.
right.
We would have to wait to see what her vibe brings,
Because
because
I
her
think,
vibe didn't bring that
because
last time.
I think as he, makes all these things, he's all the things that he's doing, it's probably important for her to even go across the country and see what the wants and needs are now. Like, what's the most
Hmm.
important thing that she hears now as she's
Hmm.
talking to the people? So, because then you're gonna need something new to run on.
Hmm.
You're gonna need something new to run on. So, without just going around the country and looking like I might run for president, which could spook, your little friend, they daddy, I could act like I'm going on a book tour and really be low key
Exactly.
campaign at the same time.
Can
Yeah.
Exactly.
I gotta get ready to drop
Okay. Go.
because we're gonna go for a walk and I may not have signal. But here's how I see these things. I see and I said this in the comments, I see Gavin as a reset. I see Gavin as a reset because we did respect the advice to a certain degree that Michelle Obama gave us about when they play low, we play high. Gavin is throwing mud. Gavin is showing that Dems can be mean. Gavin is doing a reset. Like he can do that on his own, whether he runs or not, but he's doing a reset of our mojo, of our profile, of our vibe, as if we don't have to be the emo. We don't have to be the heart all the time. We can throw bones. We can throw bones. We can throw elbows. We can throw sticks. We can throw stones. But more so than anything, we have a red light on our black metal too. He is showing that we don't have to have this image of this extreme softy. And we
Mm-hmm.
kind of need that. We need a reset. And we need to show them that we can fight fire and we can be cynical and we can be snide as well. And there's nothing wrong with that because that's how they see people as being strong on the world stage as well. And while he plays bad cop, he creates a Moses divide for the C for you to vote for to continue the dirt slinging. You know what? I'm the young Joe 2.0 or whatever you want to call it. Or you can go with Kamala should they both run at the same time. And you can have somebody who's much more tactful. But it's only that Gavin is a white, somewhat hot, cis male who gets shit done, who has the third largest GDP in the world for his country or for his state. Lord, I said country, for
Mm-hmm.
his state, that he can do this. That's the only reason he can do this. That's the only reason he can throw mud like this because she can't throw mud like this unless you just says fuck it. You know what I mean?
What do you think that he's getting done?
Well, he's about. I
He's
mean, that's the thing,
he's
right? He's
relabeling
gonna get
us.
it fixed.
He's
He's
relabeling us. He's relabeling us as being the nice guy. We don't have to be the nice guy. We don't have to be the uh well, yeah, they can't vote for, but what I'm saying is either one. He's relabeling us as being the nice person, the nice Democrat, the softy, the polite person. That's what we're seen as. Even if he's just getting attention, it doesn't matter. He's still a dim. He's still a dim. And the thing is that yeah, you can hold that. I'm doing my daughter's hair. Sorry. The thing is that while he's doing that, you have the option right now to sit back and think: is that what you want, or do you want tact? Do you want poise? Do you want diplomacy in Kamala? It's getting people to sit back and think and saying, okay, what do we really want? And two, even if I guess my point is, even if he doesn't run and you have her, you have the remake of us as society's Dems, as us being kind of like pushovers. She's showing us what we can be. And I personally find it refreshing. Yes, I'm done. I find it refreshing. I am tired of us being soft and always tactful in a manner to the point it's detrimental to us. We don't
Free, it's
have
not.
to go we don't have to go high all the time. Sometimes we can need somebody in the damn boat.
One
But it's
second.
not just the
Hold on really quick,
sorry.
Craig, because Jamal, I seen him in the chat. He said he wanted to push back too, so I'll have him go, and then you can go after him. But I want to say
Jamal, you
something.
can push back and I can talk to you later, but I gotta drop
Yeah,
the
yeah.
I
No,
gotta
Okay,
no,
go
I
drop.
ahead,
know.
drop. You can listen in the on chat just in
Okay.
case.
Mhm.
All right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
Um, real quick before you go, Jamal, I heard a quote that said, "Pick your enemies carefully because the way that those enemies fight is who you become."
mhm.
Okay, go ahead, Jamal.
Yep. I think that is the misogyny war, and I'm not talking about Free. I hear what Free is saying.
Mm-hmm.
A black woman doing what Gavin Newsom is doing right now would be categorized almost immediately as being an angry black woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think a black woman doing what is, I think, most mediocre about Gavin Newsom would be ripped apart by the news if it was a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think they always have to be perfect. Just take a look at what Michelle Obama went through and Barack Obama and like how they were, everything they did to the color of their suit. Meanwhile, Kinkle is walking around or limping and falling downstairs and just wandering the roof like a loose nursing home patient, and no one saying anything. There is an extreme amount of misogyny. I don't know how we cure it. I think the other thing is, right, like Gavin Newsom, though he is a good troll, I don't know how great he is as a governor, right? Like, I don't know how much he's done as a governor that excites me.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like his entire tenure since I've lived here, he spent trying to be president of the United States of America instead of being the governor. And again, if someone running for office, I don't know if you saw, do you know who Wes Moore is, Jess?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Wes Moore is the governor of Maryland. And he was asked, who's the roster? Who should run? Who should be on the presidential ticket? He said, I need to get through 2026 first. Do you see what's going on?
Mm.
Are you watching what's happening? And I think that is where we need to be at a country. She's exhausted having to pick up a campaign that Joe botched because he wasn't ready and should have stood down from the get-go. She has had to clean up the mess of the DNC. I don't know why Ken Martin's intellectually lazy ass is still the DNC chair and why Stacey Abrams is not. And as a gentle reminder to everyone listening, once again, Black women have to work twice as hard.
Yep.
But the last time that a Senate seat was flipped in a deep South state was Stacey Abrams. And not only did she put a Black person, she put a Jewish man in the Senate. In the same, at some point, we've got to be cognizant of who we're having leading our initiatives. And it can't always be a mediocre white man that can skirt around the rules. So that's my pushback. Like, my pushback is just like, yeah, and if Kamala was doing any of this, it would be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Kamala is still being invoked. People want her to show up and do work. You didn't vote for her. The leftists are regularly clamoring, where is she? Motherfucker, who shows up for a job that they didn't get?
Mm-hmm.
She could be as lazy, tired. She could do whatever she fucking wants because she is resting and deserves the rest.
Also too, Jesse, thank you for the $3 donut that says, one last thing. I believe that she's finally positioned to where she can start yielding her soft power. It was gained during the post election. She now has the influence to maneuver lobby for things behind the scenes. True, 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 true. You guys, I'm gonna do a quick nod announcement. I'm coming to you, Craig. Now I saw you with your hand up, son, and then we'll get from you, and then I'll bring in Vic. Give me a follow if you guys have not done so. Tap the screen. We have a 14 heart hands left in our gift goal. I appreciate you all for being here. If it comes down to 2028 and it's Harris or Newsome, who would you vote for and why? We're definitely open to everybody in this conversation. Also, always the best way to support the live is I'm Jessica Simone on the blue or green app. We also are live as well on the red triangle. So if you have another device, could you go ahead and just set it in the live right now? Same name, just so we can accumulate those hours to monetize, just in case this platform, before it turns into the M, whatever that may be. TikTok, we love you. We wish. I hate that y'all got strong. America did that to you. With that being said, too, Gina, how you doing? Welcome on in. And yeah, we have 324 left in tonight's goal. Thank y'all so much. And feel free to put a message in the goal if you have a question for the panel or you just want to say something. I'll definitely read it out loud. Craig, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that it's not just the being a mediocre white guy who can talk smack on Twitter and not get yelled at for it that Kevin's bringing. I mean, if he can pull off the gerrymander thing in California, that is a win. That is power that he actually gets to. That's one of the first few times in this administration we'll see a Democrat actually do something to stop. It's the same thing with the Democrats in Texas who are like, we're leaving. He's like, we have an answer for this. So that's what I think is giving him the sort of the strength to be able to get away with this, right? If he was just talking smack and not having any answers, I think it would fizzle out a lot quicker. But the fact that he's like, hey, we have a plan to stop this Texas cheating gerrymandering thing, we're going to do it. We're not going to wait to see if it's okay. We're going to do it. And that seems to be pushing other states to at least consider it. That is leadership. It's a form of leadership. Like I said, it's not what I think is going to carry out the day, but it is something. If Kamala wants to help, again, like I said, on her tour, she should be talking about what her plan was, let people compare and contrast, start trying to put that out a little bit. I agree with what James is saying. She deserves her rest, but the game is being played. The game is still on. You can take an extended timeout, but every moment she's out is a moment that the race continues on without her. And those are laps she's going to have to catch up on if she decides to get back in. Those things don't carry over. That's just the game, unfortunately. And it's not fair that she can't do some of the things that Gavin can do 100%. It don't matter. It doesn't matter at the end of the day because we ain't gonna stop misogyny mid-run. Like we ain't gonna stop it right now. She's got to play the hand that she's dealt, and it's the hand that she's dealt is the experience and the fact that she was right. Everything she said was going to happen. She played him at the debates, and the way that she played him is exactly the way he's getting manipulated right now by Putin. Right now, Putin's doing the same stuff to Trump that she did to him on the stage. Show up, get him thinking about the other elections, and then slap him upside the head. And so she can take all of that and say, look, I tried to tell y'all in her own way. And I think some of her best moments are when she's off the cuff. I really do. And it's actually the biggest response that she's gotten when she got up and said, don't act like I didn't tell you. I don't want to say that I told you so. That went hugely viral. And I think that she has a good energy that she can bring, as long as it's not that kind of like soft, I'm tired energy. If she kind of brings I'm here for you, I want to do it, I'm not giving up. I do think that she can build a lot of trust with people, but she's got to do it. She's got to get to it.
Thank you. Jamal, thank you for the $10 that said, give 5 to 10, motherfuckers. Give right now, okay? Shit, hell y'all talking about? Everybody gonna get $5 when you knock this goal out right now. Shout out to motherfucking Jamal, you guys. Drop some coconuts in the chat. Love you down. Period. Come on now. Also, too, before I see you next, son. What I was going to say is that yeah, Shadera Rivera, I think she's already playing. I just because we don't see it um just out in everybody's face. I think that she is playing. She probably is not going to be running on exactly what she ran on before because it's going to be a brand new America. And I think it's important to talk to people and see what their biggest issues are now. And in a world where everybody is going to be fighting, we might just need some soft love or movement. My thing is, before your mom whoop your ass, she can yell at you all day. You'll still be out there acting up, but she could just be quiet and give you that look, and you will sit your ass down and and get in line. So, we're so used to um seeing what power looks like from a man that maybe sometimes it's a little bit different. I don't know. We'll see. Son, go ahead, Lon.
First and foremost, before, who can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say hey to Jamal real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, friend, how are you?
I'm yet holding, baby. Good to hear from you.
Come on, yeah, Holden. It's good to hear from you too. I think the context in which we're looking at this is going to also expand out as this continues as well. So I think we're in a place of where we're looking where we should be looking at it critically and analytically, but also allowing space for things to expand. Because the other pieces is too is that we can speculate right now on candidates or who should run or what are we going to do in one of the other runs. Also understanding that the zone is going to be flooded because it typically is always like non-Republicans to 20 something Democrats over this last like decade, 15, 20 years of election cycles, if I'm not of electioning, if I'm not mistaken. So that's the other piece of this too. We don't know who may throw the hat in the ring because the question could become, we're looking at Kamala and Gavin right now. Gavin hasn't announced a single policy. As far as I'm concerned, at this time, while yes, he's fighting back against Trump and doing all the things that everybody has mentioned, he hasn't technically thrown his hat in the ring because he's also playing the game that I mentioned earlier in my previous statement about the timing. There's a reason why he hasn't said anything yet. There's a reason why Kamala hasn't said anything yet. It's too soon. Because while Donald Trump was able to do what Donald Trump did, that was a wonder. He could only do that because of his longevity and the craziness that he was espousing. No Democratic candidate who's truly Democratic is going to do that and live by that playbook is the other piece of this, to be able to keep that kind of longevity for the length of that amount of time. That's the other piece. So I really want to make sure we're being cognizant. Like, yeah, Andrew Yang, Elon Musk runs my God on today. Jesus Christ.
We all think we gonna I mean everybody Democrat Party like I could be president, especially since Trump done won twice. Now probably everybody think they could be president.
Well, yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Josh. You got it.
No. I was just gonna say, Anna, thank you for the $5. This is a request for another church sermon. I'm hollering. If you guys want to hear, we had a little church service sermon the other night. It was litty like a titty. Okay. And also too, thank you, Carla, for the $10. This is for the daily goal. Drop some coconuts in the chat for both Anna and Carla. Thank you so much, Queens. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm hollering. But yeah.
Just tap that screen. Power tap that screen. Please power tap it. We are at 68,000. We've been at about 65 since I got here. So that means that we're not working our fingers like we know how. I know that they have some strong finger workers in here, so work your fingers into that. Please get your Daily Heart Me, which is right next to Jessica Simone's name. If you see plus and a number there, go ahead and grab that. In addition, I just want to say that we have, never mind, I'm not going to pick on them today. Make sure you're also contributing to I'm Jessica Simone. Stop being stingy about the goal. Give a $5 or $10. Stop being stingy. She come here every night.
Right. I'm gonna lock the doors.
Close the doors. Lock the doors. And hello to everybody on the panel. Except
for
Hector.
Except for Hector's crazy.
We love Hector. Drop some coconuts for Hector in the chat. Vic, welcome in. How are you? I don't know if that was on purpose or on accident that they requested a. Oh,
Wait,
I think purpose.
Here I am.
How you doing, Lo?
I'm good, honey. How are you?
Blessed and highly
Not like
favored.
us. They
Hey,
not
we
like
got a
us. They
subscription.
not like us.
Drop some coconuts for Don in the chat. Thank you for the sub. And now we are officially in a subway. We need 5 more subs to complete the subway and possibly even get to our goal, you guys. Where you get access to the Discord. We need a movie night. You know, Hector has voice chat parties in his. I think that's a good idea too. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Drop some coconuts for Don. Thank you so much, love. Go ahead, Vic.
All right. So, thank you for letting me come up. I just wanted to say that the thing that's frustrating for me is that Republicans fall in line and Democrats always want to fall in love, and that we won't galvanize and use our power like the Tea Party took over the Republican Party that turned into MAGA. That we have the power to do that within the Democratic Party. That we ought to be taken over, that we ought to take back our power. We need to take back our party and get these freakers out of office. All of them need to go, and everybody that's committed a crime needs to go to jail. I don't care if Bill Clinton is on an E-list. I don't give a damn if he is
too.
go to jail too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who's on there, but the reason those names won't come out is because the most powerful people in the world's names are on there. So they're going to keep that under wraps. But I still believe within the power of the people. I think that if we came together like Voltron, flooded the Democratic Party and told them, look, this is what we want. This is what we're going for. This is what we require, that we can take this country back and take it back in the positive direction we were starting to move in.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So I just don't want us to be to just acquiesce to everything and stuff that's going on and talk about that third party stuff. And even though I believe it's called the Working People's Party or the Working Families Party in New York, that they are doing good work, that they put good people up, that Tish James came out of that party, that on a national level, that's not going to work right now. It's going to be a Democrat or a Republican. We just need to get in and galvanize our power.
Mm-hmm. A Democratic state representative captive right now. Sissy Fitz, what are you talking about? Thank you so much, Vic. I appreciate you. I'm gonna hold you for a second if you want, or do you need me to drop you down?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Hector, welcome in. And then after Hector goes, I'm gonna kind of give my point and y'all tell me what y'all think after that. Or am I low key about to crash out? Hector, how you doing, love?
Oh, I'm here. How are y'all?
Blessed and highly favored. Can't complain.
I'm on my way to the Texas state capitol. They're currently holding one of our congresswomen hostage in Fort Worth. They're refusing to let her leave unless she signs a slip allowing the Department of Public Safety to escort her to and fro the Capitol. And she's refusing to sign it, so they're not letting her leave. So got a couple people in Austin.
Is this in Austin? Fort Worth?
Yes, it's at Austin State Capitol.
Hold on. So she's they want. Oh my goodness, what the fuck is happening? They want her to sign what?
All right. So the Texas representatives that fled the state to stop the gerrymandering,
right?
They all arrived back in today, but then all Greg Abbott did is call for a second special session. So they were at the Capitol. He called for that session. Everything went down, and he hit them all with civil warrants or arrest warrants. And the only way he would let them leave is if they signed this slip to let the DPS escort them to and fro to the future hearings. Every single official, every single one signed it.
Waste and fraud. Waste and abuse.
Yeah, we have people who should be protecting the public that are now falling around Democrats. Mind you, they all chose to come back today. So they already volunteered. They're going to show up at the sessions. Democrats agreed that they'll just take it up in the courts. There's no beating that battle right now. But they're just doing this as a power trip. And now they're holding this black woman hostage in the damn Capitol.
Is she the only one they're holding hostage?
Yes, everyone else signed. Jasmine Crockett signed. G. Whoop signed. Everyone else signed except her.
And who is it?
I can't remember her first name for the life of me, but it's Collier, Collier. I gotta remember her first name. It's Texas, Fort Worth Rep Collier. You'll find her first name. I think it's Kathleen. Kathleen. Oh wait, no, I got it mixed up. You're correct.
I see her.
James.
Nicole Collier and Nicole Collier. Wow. I wonder what made everybody else sign.
From what I've gathered, it was just they just figured whatever. We're gonna be there anyway. We'll get the stupid escorts, but she's like, nah, y'all playing games with me. I'm not doing it.
I don't need y'all to walk with me every damn where. And so what? They just hold a hostage in the Capitol?
Yeah, she cannot leave until she signs it.
And then what if she just never signed? Is she gonna sleep there for what, days?
She would have to stay there until Wednesday, when it resumes.
And so the DPs are gonna be escorting them to every single session. What, here forward?
To my knowledge, I think it's just to the next one on Wednesday. It would be crazy if they're following them around everywhere, but I think it's just there's Sissy. Sissy is actually there right now. I'm going to meet them.
Okay.
If you want to let her up.
I am. I'm about to let her up right now.
Figure out what the hell I'm parking.
This
Hello?
is wild. Hey, Sissy,
Hello?
how you doing, love?
Hey, I'm sorry. I had to walk away from the crowd for a little bit. I'm okay. Hey, guys.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm just mad.
I'd be
So,
pissed off too.
Like, I got half a mind to just, I got matches in my pocket, but I digress.
Is this legal?
No, it's not. It's not legal. So Hector's right. Everybody signed except for her, but it's worse than that. So the warrants for transitioning them into DPS custody would have allowed for DPS to follow them around everywhere, not just to escort them to and from quorums, and not just until Wednesday. It's until the special session is over. And right now on the docket, it's special session for gerrymandering. It's special session for allowing other states to not be allowed to provide reproductive care to Texans. Like, other states can get in trouble if they provide reproduction care to Texas citizens. That's on the docket. And the bathroom bill for transgender citizens is on the docket. So it's until the entire special session is over that they would walk them to and from quorum, and they're allowed to go anywhere with them. They can go to restaurants, they can go even in their houses if they feel like they're a flight risk. So they're in DPS custody until the special session is over, and then it's not guaranteed that it will even let up after that because they're signed into custody. So she's the only one that didn't sign it. They won't let her leave. They let her leave the chamber an hour and a half ago. Mind you, the session ended at 1 p.m. Central Time. They let her leave the chamber an hour ago, but they said if she leaves the Capitol, they'll arrest her.
And that's not legal. So you're gonna arrest her on what grounds, and then put her in jail till Wednesday, and then let her out and then try to escort her to the Capitol?
I mean, if they arrested her, they would probably just remove her seat and not count her for quorum. All the other Democrats are back, so they don't need her for quorum, but they would just arrest her because she left.
Wow.
But breaking quorum is not unconstitutional. Breaking quorum is a legal way to protest and dissent when you're a state representative. So they're not allowed to hold her or any of them at all. None of them should have signed that paper.
I'm actually really disappointed.
It's a violation of Texas Penal Code 2002, which is unlawful restraint, which specifically outlines that a person who is a elected official in the fulfillment of the duty of their office shall not be unlawfully restrained. And so that too is a violation not only of constitutional right to due process, but it's a violation of Texas Penal Code Section 2002, which forbids unlawful restraint, but moreover has a specific section that specifically speaks to restraining elected officials.
Can she get her lawyer to come in here and be like, y'all can't do this, get me out of here? Like, what the fuck?
They're working on having somebody come to sign paperwork from her, but the sergeant of arms isn't answering his phone. That nigga never answers his phone, so I'm not shocked. Greg Abbott is nowhere to be found. I'm pretty sure Ted Cruz not even in the fucking state. Who is shocked? So I don't know, but if she doesn't sign, the special session it started on Friday, and it goes 30 days. So that like they can just hold her. It's not only until Wednesday; it's until the whole thing is over.
This is crazy.
So it's a lot of us out here right now. But I'm gonna wait for Hector to get here. I'll tell y'all when I have updates, but I don't have updates right now. I just got big feelings, but I'm a dip. I go.
Yeah,
I'm just
please,
signing
please.
parking right now.
Whenever you come in, just say, I got an update, and we'll let you up. Mines, if you see her, please let her up too. Yes, be careful.
Okay, I will.
Both of y'all.
All
Both.
right, we're sending y'all love and protection. First of all, this is
All right,
fucking.
we'll keep y'all posted.
Thank you, Hector. I appreciate you. This is nuts. Like, are we just gonna continue to just let them break laws? Like they're and they what? Nothing we can do about it because you say so.
This is what I mean. Tyranny swallows decorum. So this is not politics as usual, Jess. This is something different. This is when you remember Trump never stopped campaigning. Even when he lost in 2020. He kept his foot pushing that propaganda. It was
This is a
all
coup, yes.
Yeah, it's a cool. He just kept going. And you kind of have to match that. Like she said today, it's time to fight fire with fire. Now, when she spoke today, I was like, oh, there she go. So it gave me a little bit of hope. But this is tyranny trying to take a hold of our country.
Who are we going to go? Yeah, who do we go to?
Uh-oh. Tyson, be quiet.
What do we do? Like who the people that we pay to take care of us. Thank you, Don.
We should be before the duty judge. It's after 5. There's a duty judge on assignment. A judge should enjoin them from the action so that they're not allowed to do it. That would be my first guess as to what is going to happen. I think a duty judge would be the necessary party. You can't, so.
And then if the judges are all in their pockets too, they're just gonna just side with whatever they say.
I can't imagine that a judge would say any reasonable, yes, there's some weirdos out there. I don't think a reasonable judge would say, given what the penal code says, and given what this isn't Russia. And so I think what needs to happen is that we need to be before the duty judge. Thank you, Don. I think we need to be before the duty judge. Jess, I'm sending you 2 things if you want. I'm sending you 2 things so that you have them: a picture of her and then the penal code that is relevant. Okay. I'm sending it to you on Discord right now.
Okay. I think it's wild that you are using not only our resources, y'all talk about waste and fraud, you're using our resources to pretty much strong arm them into signing paperwork under distress so that they can be there to vote on you so you can cheat.
And this is why it was so important for Newsome to do what he's doing now.
That's why, I'm always with Isaiah when he said, you talking about it, do it. Just do it.
Facts.
Just do it. Don't threaten them. They're doing everything that they said they were going to do. Fucking do it. And every other Democratic state fall in line. The actor restrains an individual. The actor knows this is a public servant while the public servant is lawfully discharging an official duty or in retaliation or on account of an exercise of official power or performance of an official duty as a public servant.
And it is prescribed in Texas, which is why the Texas Supreme Court didn't touch their request to have, they tried to kick them out of their seats, and which is why the Texas Supreme Court didn't touch it. Not showing up is a power of the minority in any civilized society. If it is a way to restrain the majority swollen with power. And so I find it interesting that we are at this place in this country, which brings me back to the fury I feel about the people that said, let's burn the system down, right? Like, let's not vote for the person that is the most competent in this moment. Stay home, don't vote. Because now, what do, right? Like, to your point, who do we go to? Because people might reasonably be unfair, even though the law is quite clear. No one, I can't think of a case right now where a court has said you are allowed, without good reason, to lock a person in the Texas Capitol until Wednesday because they refuse to sign away their civil rights and their right to move freely, which is constitutional. So they need to be in front of the duty judge, be that the federal magistrate or the Texas City Court, Texas District Court judge. They need to be before the duty judge. I think Austin might have some more liberal judges. I'd be before the federal court probably because what they're doing is wild.
Yeah, this is crazy. Welcome back,
Yeah,
Craig.
sorry, I had to get some stuff. I had to just get clear
Hey,
of
Meta.
the cars. I decided to finally come inside. But the thing is, and I'm surprised James didn't talk about this, which is like we are finally seeing that when we talk about like YT supremacy, when we're talking about like how they did it, we're like, why are the Republicans able to stand in line? This is old school. This is, we're going to go out and we're going to lynch somebody, and then we're going to have the jury say, yeah, we know they did it, but we're not going to, but they're innocent. This is YT supremacy to the core. This is how they do it.
Fine.
And now it's just, we are seeing it as policy. We are seeing it as inaction. We have enough power. We have people up and down the hierarchy. We're going to do this. And who is going to say that we can't?
I got you.
And they're just going to move it. And that is the scary thing. I mean, you know, James is right. We can look back in the past and say, hey, like, what are they doing? Like, you know, I can't believe they're taking swings this big. But they see the finish line of the world that they want, and they are going to push it. I really hope that they've got, I don't know who their judges are. I don't know who's on there in the Texas court system that hasn't been appointed, but that's what it's going to come down to. I mean, we literally, and I don't know how much we can talk about what I like to call the big white music festival on the day after January 5th. But
that's what they're calling it now. I was wondering what that music festival meant.
That's what I'm calling it. That's
okay.
what I'm calling it. But that came down to one man. That came down to Mike Pence, a man that I never thought I would have any thankful feelings for. But it came to one man basically just going like, "This is a step too far for me. I can't do it." And like that's where we're at right now.
Right, because if it goes down, it has to be from within.
Yeah.
Jessica, he is totally right. This guy above me is 1000% correct. They see the finish line. They're more than halfway there. So they see the finish line of the thing. They're running full throttle. This is what I mean by she has to go full throttle. It's not, I'm tired right now. You gotta rest for a minute. You gotta get right back in. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not politics as usual. We didn't lose to a Mitt Romney. We didn't lose to a John McCain. This is an animal. This is Trump 3.0. So it's not, okay, I'll get back in at midterms. It's now. It's right now. Correct. And what fears me the most too, that's Texas. They're going to do what they want to do. It's the South. You know what I mean? I'm saying it's not everywhere, but it's the South, and they need them 5 seats. And I'm with Isaiah. I'm with you. Quit talking about it. Let's do it.
Thank you.
I do.
Yeah, just do it.
Baltimore's governor did say this morning, all things are on the table. I don't want to hear not another word. I want to see some action. Because we are in danger.
Table. Eat the food on the table. What? Everything on the table, we just staring at it and eat it. The fuck? Let's feast. Let's have feast.
Cut the meat.
Jessica said, let's Benny Hanna this. She's like, let's cook it right now.
What are we doing? Like, you made all this for what? To prepare the table for what?
Yeah.
If we're not eating, eat. Bitch, keep putting on the neck, eating for dinner. I don't want to hear no empty threats. I want to see it done.
Yeah, here. Facts. But unfortunately, California has to go through their voters for this. And they did a poll.
We ain't.
That's what I said. But Texas is different than California when it comes to gerrymandering. and redistricting. They have to vote for early a special election to get the voters to say yes, it's okay. You guys can do this. You can go ahead and
Get what
gerrymander.
voters? Just the representatives?
The regular voters, the people.
Yeah, they got to
So
get the
Texas,
state to
we
consent.
got to vote.
No,
No.
that's the difference between the South.
Yeah,
So
the
in
South
California,
made
the
it
people
so
got
it's
to
real
vote.
easy.
The people got to say
Yeah.
it. And they did a
Yeah,
poll
the
and only
South made it very
30%.
easy.
Yeah,
She's
the South
100%
is basically
right.
do what they want to do. But the 30%, only 30% at this moment is saying, yeah, you can go ahead and gerrymander. So that may be what's holding Newsome back. But again, now that he's pushing
Do
the
it
message
anyway.
more and
They're
more.
literally
That's what I
holding a
said.
black woman in the Capitol, telling her to sign this paper right now, which is unconstitutional, right? Or I'm
Yes.
going to put you in jail and give away your
Yes.
seat. You cannot do that. So they're doing what they cannot do. If you big, bad, and motherfucking bold, do it too.
But
do
yeah, bypass the
Everybody
people.
else
I
doing
don't
whatever
even
the fuck
got
they
time.
want to do. ICE is literally kidnapping people off the street. They're not even identifying themselves. And how are you finding these people? You just be like, they look like somebody. What are you talking about? Women are getting raped.
Yes.
And nobody
And
is going to jail for it. Do it.
Do it. Because I'm her. I'm going to be like, when is child? It's Monday. I get out when? Wednesday? Cool. Wake me up when child happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not signing nothing.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Facts. I am I get up every day with a nervous system, love. Where are we at in this thing? Over 300,000 Black women losing jobs left and right. Just they're targeting Black cities with this ICE and National Guard thing. Our skank ass decrepit governor, Mike DeWine, sent him help. Why? He's getting pushed back here in Ohio for that shit. Like what they are really legit almost there. They can see the light. They can see the light.
And you know that, and you know their voters can feel it too. These MAGA boys, they can feel it too. I don't know if you interact with them a lot, Jessica, but they are hyped. These white boys are hyped because they can smell it too. They're getting real mouthy. They're like,
you're still mediocre.
Lives a lot more. I know.
It doesn't make you great again. It doesn't make you great.
No.
Put it like that. If you have to do all this to feel like something, you were never anything. I don't even know how you sleep at night, which is why I don't even cheat when I play any type of game, because I need to know that I'm a winner. I don't need to cheat and act like a winner. I am a winner. I want to be a winner. The fuck is going on?
Right. That's where we're different. I do think. I mean, I think that's where we are actually different than these people. Because I couldn't do it, but
yeah, I'm like,
they don't have a problem with it.
Going and be bragging about I won, and I know that doesn't even feel right. Oh my God.
We will prevail. It's gonna take some time, but we will prevail.
Yes, we will. Jesus, that's just gonna fuck me up. Ivan, welcome in. How are you? You got an update, Oya? They're saying as soon as you leave, we're gonna arrest you. Right. That's what I'm saying. So they're basically holding a hostage. So if she leaves, she gets arrested. So she has to, but they won't.
Are there people there? Are there people on the ground? Like protesters and stuff?
I don't know about if so how many, but Sissy, who just came up here, she's at the Capitol, and Hector is on his way to the Capitol. So I'm assuming there's other people there too. Ivan, welcome in. How are you? Ivan? Let me send your request to unmute. Yeah, Hector said he's there right now. Are there other people there, Hector? Okay, maybe he meant Ivan. Can you hear us?
Loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, great. I'm in California. California has a specific commission, a bipartisan commission, to address these type of issues with respect to redistricting. So, Lil is correct. Governor Newsome has put this issue before the legislature, and we will be going to vote on this issue on November 4 of this year. Now, the blue state governors have already met by Zoom, and they're going to follow suit as well. Some are low key, but most of the blue state governors are going to follow through on this as well. Uh, there is a statement on this live that says I think it's from Truth Seeker, says don't do anything the government says, but you know what? The system in place right now is what we have as a recourse. That's the only thing we have right now. Anything outside of that, that's what Trump wants.
Your phone is going out. Um, Timothy, would you like to come up? They are holding her hostage. Do you know what hostage means? Ivan,
So,
we can't hear a word you're saying. Your
so
phone.
you know, we have to adhere to
Ivan, Ivan, Ivan,
a process that
Ivan,
allows us
Ivan,
to
Ivan.
have uh, a situation. Not sign that was a shot.
Okay, can y'all add Ivan and let him know that we can't hear you, Ivan? Yeah, we can't hear you. Even the system in place, they're bending all the rules. They are breaking the rules. They are like taking it like a stick or a switch and breaking it over their kneecap. This is crazy.
Yes, there is no rule book right now. This is tyranny trying to set its tentacles into our society. And this is partly the reason why most of us Black women were heartbroken,
Yeah.
shattered. Like, oh my God, we knew what was to come.
Mm-hmm. She said it.
hmm Again, though, I saw her today. I don't know if this was strategy. I don't know if her team has spoke to her, but a lot of people can agree with this. I saw her today, and she had the microphone in one hand. Now, right now, remember, I go off of vibes, and she was pounding her fist down with the other hand. She was pacing. She was talking about fighting fire with fire. So it was like, okay, is she getting ready? Is she getting ready to make a run for it? So,
Mm-hmm.
like that's the other side of the perspective of the other day where she looked depleted. It looked like I'm tired. The system is broken. I'll give up. I'm gonna write a book. Y'all go read about it. Let me know what you think. Today was more like, oh yeah, I'm following up what Gavin is talking about. You, we are about to fight fire with fire. This is not politics as usual. This is something that is very, very dangerous for our country and the way our society is naturally ran. So they're gonna have to, like I said, if it was me, Gavin, I don't care about voters. I'm breaking the rules. I don't have time
Yeah.
for people to be undecisive. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I gotta go. We gotta go. So,
Yeah.
but it looks like she's following that. But I thought about you, Jess. I hope you all are down in Texas being safe.
Man, as
And
safe
being
as we
prayerful.
can be.
Oh my God.
As safe as we can be.
She kept saying, we're not going back. We're not going back. And this is what she meant.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we can't even say the word back. We are like we're moving forward. We're getting out of this. Is somebody running through a tunnel? Who is that running through a tunnel?
Low farm. Um, yo, this is crazy.
Hey, Queen. Yeah, I agree. Please not. Yeah, it's something about him that I don't really I can't put my finger on. But if let me tell you something, this is what I want to give it to on my take. If it's Kamala Harris and Newsome, it could be Kamala Harris, Newsome, Buttigieg, everybody. If she decides that she's getting back in the race, I'm voting for Kamala Harris. Not only is it owed to her, not only has she broke records in raising money in 107 days, not only did she's one of the most qualified candidates and has a record of being for the people and fighting for the people and has been stern and made some of these men quiver in their fucking tidy whiteys. I'm voting for her. You motherfuckers spent this year saying that you would rather burn it all down than to vote for the black woman, right? And now look at you. Now you want to fix it. Now you want to be friends. You was ready to risk it all. You was ready to split the vote and go third party. So don't come at me. You better be ready to vote for Kamala Harris. Because I'm not, if she runs, I'm not voting for whoever you put up there. So if you want to split the vote again and risk it all again, you just like they went on that fucking campaign that they went on, don't vote for, whatever. It's going to be a never whoever the fuck you put up there. Because y'all not finna keep disrespecting black people. And yeah, it's already burning, bitch. I'm gonna throw some gas on that bitch. Because y'all not gonna keep disrespecting us. And think we gonna show up for you. For your mediocrity. So if she if she doesn't, whatever, we can figure that out. If she does, I'm standing with her 10 toes down all the way. Win, lose, or draw. So if you don't want to risk it all, you say it's not the time. Bitch, this wasn't the time. But you didn't want to listen to us. And now the shit's on fire. So if you want to be like, oh, this is not the time, I don't give a fuck. It's Kamala Harris all day long. So I suggest y'all get beside y'all. I suggest y'all get behind. I'm not. I'm going with. Yeah, I'm going black. I'm not gonna do it because y'all didn't care about us when we were saying it. Y'all didn't care about burning it down, but now all of a sudden we're supposed to care. And that's the thing. I'm willing to. I'm willing. Okay. Layla, welcome, man. How you doing? Long time no see, beautiful.
Long time no see. Peace and blessings. How are you, sister?
I am blessed and highly favored. I cannot complain.
Okay. I would say that the current Democrat, I roll with the Roland Martin idea. He was and is a vocal proponent and supporter of the Democratic Party. When he said the Democratic Party went from the party of rice and beans to salmon and quinoa in one electoral cycle, I believe he was right.
Hold on, you
And
said
I
they
was
went from
to say,
rice and beans to salmon and who said that?
Roland Martin. They did
Oh,
not. When you listen to Pod Save America, which is one of the largest podcasts when it comes to government and politics, and they had the whole Harris campaign on their platform, and they didn't participate in any meaningful conversation regarding how they were engaging with Black America, or how he pointed out that Trump speaks in gibberish that people don't understand. Meanwhile, the Democrats are speaking like the stock exchange, NASDAQ. Meanwhile, people in Alabama don't think that they are attached to it because they don't understand it. We need to start speaking on their level. We need to fight fire with fire, and we need to start speaking to a generation of voters that are undereducated because of No Child Left Behind, but also because they
left
don't
them all
understand
behind.
it.
It was a
Exactly.
joke.
So if this person, whomever it is, whether it's Newsome or Harris, gets on the campaign trail, and I believe it'll be Newsome because he's centrist. Remember who his partner was, Kimberly Guilfoyle, who is and was Donald Trump Jr.'s lover, then I'm concerned because he's
Hold
not
on.
as
Say it
far.
again. Say it again.
Gavin Newsom dated Kimberly Guilfoyle.
And that's who?
Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-lover. She is now the ambassador, I think, to Italy.
The best is yet to come.
And then we got Cory Booker, who is only one of two Black United States senators and the only Democrat to break ranks and vote for who? Jared Kushner's father to be the United States ambassador to France, the only Democrat to break ranks. This party needs to be rebuilt, and I firmly believe that.
I mean, I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I agree with that. We need a whole new group. The ones that are down. Okay, let's see. Hold on, y'all. I have the let's see if I can make it big. I have the slip that they signed. Let me make sure I'm at the right thing. Hold on. Let me make sure y'all can't see nothing else. Okay, I think that's it. but I can't really
While you're
read
looking
it.
this up, I'll just say if you believe, can I ask you if you guys believe that they are the party of January 6th? They are the party of insumexoists, if you get what I'm saying. They're the ones that are going to bring out the pew-pews and fight, and they know the Dems won't. They know it.
Yeah.
Cory Booker is still talking about the olive branch and kumbaya. If he says it one more time, my head will explode. When Newsome got on that stage and said, I can't wait for Hakeem Jeffries to be the majority leader of the House of Representatives after Hakeem Jeffries said, oh, I can't do anything. It's their government. No, it's not. It's ours. And the moment you secede that, that means you have given up the fight. You need to go.
Oh, yeah, I
He
agree.
has not sat down with Mondami in New York, who is literally getting death threats from the president of the United States.
Which
and you
is
have not sat
crazy.
down. How do you not sit down with him? I'll just be quiet. Okay. Anyway.
Representative Rose is granted permission to leave the hall of the House on this day in the custody of a designated officer of the Department of Public Safety appointed under Rule 5, Section 8, House Rules of the Procedure, on the condition that the representative will return to the hall of the House at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, August 20th.
So they forced her to sign it.
Not her.
What happened?
That's not Kyle. That's Rose.
Yeah, this is somebody else's.
Okay.
But you can't leave unless you have a cop with you. That is basically what that says. You cannot leave. The Texas Department of Public Safety is a deputy. You cannot leave here unless you have a cop with you. This is not Nazi Germany. It is not.
They're trying.
Jasmine,
Yes, it is. Yes,
Jasmine,
it is.
Jasmine Crockett is not a Texas state representative.
Did she sign the paper?
She is not a Texas state representative. She's a U.S. Congresswoman.
And guess what? They did it anyway.
No, she didn't sign it because she's not a member of the Texas House of Representatives.
And when does it, in the past 6 months, when has the GOP or Trump or even the Texas state house recognized law? It'll take her 3 to 6 months to get in court. It'll take her 3 to 6 months for this to be adjudicated. And probably, and we'll hope and pray that the point is put to still get a reasonable judge. Since when does it matter in the past 6 months? They don't care.
We're talking about two separate things. Somebody
No,
said,
I'm talking
okay,
about authoritarianism.
Yeah,
Authoritarianism
I'm talking
everywhere.
about Jasmine Crockett not being.
As am I. All of them are the same.
So the gentleman that's there, Hector.
What I'm saying, hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Jasmine Crockett is a U.S. Congresswoman. She would not be forced to sign it. She is not a member of the Texas House of Representatives. Those are two separate bodies.
Agreed. So they lied. And what's next? They lie all the time.
Okay,
they get away with it all the time.
Hold on. So we're saying we're lying that Jasmine didn't need to sign it. What are we saying?
She wouldn't have to. She's not a member. She's not a member of the House of Representatives of Texas. She's a U.S. Congresswoman.
Right.
Federal House versus State House.
I get that. Okay, so the gentleman Hector says she signed it. That's why I'm like, why would they
So
make
who
her
else?
sign it?
So basically, all of the other people who are in the Texas representatives had to sign it, and Nicole is the one who is not signing it.
Yeah, Nicole Collier is a Texas state rep. So the Texas State House is made up of different people than the United States Congress, as most of us know. Jasmine Crockett did not show up to vote in the Texas House because she wouldn't vote in the Texas House. She would vote in D.C. at the United States Congress. So that's yeah. So he did say that earlier. I was just trying to clarify that she was not a person that would have had to have signed it.
Gotcha.
That body. And the other thing is, I do think we're in authoritarianism. I think this is how authoritarianism starts, right? It is the slow eating away. He continues to press issues to exhaustion. He continues to press situations to exhaustions. And if you don't think that this is the handiwork of, at this point, I don't even think truly that Donald Trump has a cognitive ability to do what he's doing. I think he is surrounded by people telling him what to do. Him wandering on the roof that day, he's infatuated with power for sure. But he's been controlled by people like Stephen Miller. who is one of the most evil people and reminds me of Goebbels. And if you don't
So
ever
Stephen
Donald Trump
Miller.
is just the engine. He's the engine to it, but they will take the wheel over. They all had to ride his coattail because he has the popularity, and then so they'll use him until that engine blows out. Then they'll pull him over, and then
Just
they'll
like
take
they
him.
did. I agree. Once they did Elon, but Stephen Miller is one man. Just like the people of the National Guard that are in the streets of DC, these are our neighbors. ICE are our neighbors, and I see many people making posts about how horrible it is, but they're not out in their community calling out the people who are participating in this madness. They're not. And until we start to act like them, and I wouldn't say act like them, I would say participate in calling out, because Trump is one man. He gives a decree or an order, it goes out to hundreds of people that bend the knee and follow. Why is the question? Is it money? Because it takes thousands of people to run this thing called the federal government.
It would take
Why?
it would take 5 or 6 people, 5 or 6 Congress people to say no to him. 5 or 6. Right now, we are dealing with the courage of 5 or 6 people. Right? Like that's the thing that bothers me. That people like Murkowski voted for that bill, knowing what it was going to do to people, because she got a carve out for her people in Alaska. It is 5 or 6 people in the Senate. It is a handful less. We are at the precipice of the unraveling of democracy. And I have said this on your live before, and I'll land my plane. If you are not reading the rulings of Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, you need to. Her dissents are powerful dictations that will be studied for the historical record if there's a history to study. It is a profound sadness that I see. Like I read the horror in her voice, in her writing, as she screams, we are at the precipice of the unraveling of democracy, and nobody's listening. Nobody's paying.
I hate to sound like
No, I agree with you.
angry or anything, but we've been here before. We've been here for 3 months. We've been here for 6 months. It started on January 20th. It started in November 7th. We knew this was coming. I remember the Democrats that posted the phone number for ICE the day after the election. And now all of a sudden they're like, oh, not knowing that people who are in asylum hearings or knowing it can't vote. Oh, this is what they voted for. I remember the Democrats and liberals who were on this app who did that. Now we either stand like they did, or we are just complicit in our own downfall.
Layla, that's what I was
Repeating
going to
history.
tell. That's what I was going to say to what James was saying. It's like how we are basically at the whims of 5 people, and unfortunately, we played that game already. That was the last administration. Last administration was when there were guardrails and people were going, we're not going to let them get that crazy on both sides of the aisle. He learned his lesson. He spent the Biden years building up his team. Everybody who's in there right now is down. Everybody who's in there right now is a true believer in what they are doing. And unless you're a Democrat and you basically are a coward or you feel like you're powerless to fight it, we have to understand that as people. I know this is hard because for the most part, I feel like Black people are just kind of like, look, don't talk to me. I don't want to get involved in this because we tried to fucking tell you. So that's why I've been telling like my whitey men friends who like to talk all that shit. I try and tell them, like, if you want to help, this is when you can help. You should be taking up spaces in ICE. Go work for ICE right now and be the dumbest motherfucker who ever lived. Start losing paperwork. Start losing paperwork. Stop forgetting to stop.
Get that 50,000 and start
forgetting-
losing paperwork.
Right. Start losing paperwork. Start texting people, hey, we're on the way. This is how you can help, because this is how people help back when they tried this shit before.
Get
There
in
were
the
citizens.
system.
Right. Get in the system and fight it from the inside, because it can't just be protests. It can't just be signs and saying we got to stand up. We need to know that there's someone on the other side talking and telling us what to do and making sure that it's messy over there. It needs to be as messy as possible. We are lucky they are dumb.
Yeah.
We are
And
so
so it could be
lucky that they
easier
are
to get
dumb.
in there. Like, oh my God, they're leaving
I'm just
classified
waiting.
documents on a hotel printer.
Exactly. Exactly. They are incompetent.
They
If
are
were
adding
competent-
journalists to signal to their
Hell.
group chat for their kaboom
No.
plans.
I hate
Like,
to say this, but
Exactly.
you know what I think is going to come next is they're going to ban people from coming into the Capitol, like they do. what is it, Project Pink, or any of the other people who protest, like the handmaids that follow congressmen, they're going to eventually stop that. And then what will happen? We already don't have a functioning food stamp program. We already don't have a functioning Medicaid, Medicare program. They did everything they wanted to almost in 6 months. 6 months. So where's the statement from the, what is it, third largest economy in the world called California, saying we're no longer going to send federal dollars to DC?
Yeah, don't threaten it. Stop.
Do it.
Do it. Like,
do it.
But like Jamal said, like it's a peacock. You're just showing your ass. Like, bitch, get up and fly, ho. Do something.
Right, I feel you, Jess. For the gerrymandering, like I said, I do see him peacocking a little bit. However, he has to count on his constituents to get out there and make it happen. Now, I am also with you. I'll be like, fuck that. I don't got time for that. We're gonna override it if we can override it. If we can't, we're gonna figure out a way to override it. Because I'm with Layla. If they got this done in Layla, did I say that right? Yeah, I'm with Layla. If they got this done in 6 months, we got 11 more months to midterms if we make it to midterms. So I can only imagine the damage. When he said, just vote for me this last time, I'm going to fix it. That was
You'll never have to
real.
vote again.
That
Did
was
y'all not
real.
hear what he said today? Did y'all
What
not
did he
hear?
say today? What did he say
said,
today?
He said today, if I start a war, I can postpone elections.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
He literally, I think that's why I cannot tolerate the bullshit intra-party left side of the aisle arguing, because what is at risk
Yeah.
is perilous.
Yeah.
Like I think people don't recognize the fear that he feels right now is real. He didn't call Greg Abbott because he's secure in his position. My grandmother used to say, "An old dog is worse when it's unalive." He knows what's going to happen in this.
Yep, they all know.
I know it is going to be a blue massacre in this election because people are disgusted. The polls are telling it, which is why he called
Exactly.
Greg
So
Abbott.
I'd like to know, why is Jamie Harrison? Why did Cory Booker vote for a felon and then come out on the House floor or the Senate floor and then do that 27-hour speech against a felon? Like, you can't have it both ways. They need to change and listen to the people. They keep getting poll after poll list. People are disappointed in Democrats. But yet, Hakeem Jeffries, the same person that voted against AOC.
Nobody is talking about how Bernie, as of just this week, is still coming out talking shit about Kamala.
He said he was on an oligarchy tour, but all you talking about is Kamala Harris. Keep black women name out your motherfucking mouth, bitch.
He's obsessed, and I'm sorry. I like AOC and all of that, but if you listen to her, we are not dumb to the fact that everybody copies our style. Listen to her. It's hi, my name is AOC. I'm from the middle class. That sounds awful familiar. And then you got your boy right here talking shit about her like she need that right now.
And AOC, if you getting fooled by Bernie, you ain't ready to be the president.
You ain't ready, babe.
You ain't ready
You
yet.
ain't ready, babe.
If I could jump in, like, no offense, right? Like, I can nitpick the fuck out of who Cory Booker voted for on the floor. I can go after Bernie Sanders. With all due respect, the voters are frustrated, but they are more frustrated with the fact that their food stamps are their SNAP benefits are being cut, that the Department of Education is being cut. They don't know how their children are going to get education. And while I agree there is a time for critique and criticism, I think in this moment, there needs to be a clarion call. The issue that I have is that there's nobody leading the Democratic Party right now, and that should be the DNC chair. There is no strategy. Forget the person, right? Forget the person. Get rid of Ken Martin. Get Stacey Abrams in there. Find somebody that knows what the hell they're doing and start getting your messaging together. And it isn't, most Americans, we like that pettiness on TikTok.
Absolutely.
We like that drama on Twitter.
Shit. And
We
Chuck
love
Schumer
it.
missing.
But most voters do not. Most voters are at their house. They're still reading the newspaper. The largest demographic of people that vote don't even know how to use TikTok. To be clear, we need to do the things that are necessary, and we need a blueprint for action. I think the problem is nobody's standing up and taking the lead and saying this shit is fucked up and we got to do something. And right now, the party leaders are Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries. Hakeem needs to grow up. Look, Hector's back.
Hold on, y'all. Real quick, intermission.
And if Texas got an extra bill, and they won't let her out of the lot.
We've been authorized to start arresting people for Class B misdemeanor for false 911 call. I have names, listen to me. I have names and phone numbers of the callers and call logs. So I'm telling you guys right now, it's fine that y'all are protesting and doing political move. I need y'all to stop calling 911.
Have you confirmed that any of your
Listen, I'm not gonna stand here and call, I'm giving y'all the attention, listen, what are you on, I'm trying to speak, can I speak or not? Y'all are speaking, right, can I talk? I could have stood here and called each phone number and waited for you guys to pick up the phone and just started grabbing you and arresting you for possibly this. So what I'm trying to explain to you all is I need you to stop calling 911. It's fine what y'all are doing here. We don't have a problem with that. But APD Maine cannot continue to receive phone calls when they have crime happening out there. Do you understand that? It's not, I understand that y'all are here for a purpose, but you cannot continue to keep calling 911. And they were fair enough to allow me to make an announcement beforehand instead of just calling y'all's numbers, because guess what? If you would have picked our phone up, we would have just grabbed you and would have gone to jail for Class B misdemeanor. So I'm trying to tell y'all right now, if you're calling, please stop. You can continue to do what you're doing, but do not continue to call 911.
You can't call 911. You hold somebody hostage. They can report a kidnapping.
Get her
out! Get her out! Get her out! Get her out! I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm like,
They need to call the press. That's the next. If they can't call the cops, they need to call the press. They need to get whatever newspaper, whoever they can, call the closest news organization operator, like the producer, and get them over there right now. Because I'm not hearing anything about this on the news. I'm not seeing anything about this on any like local Texas websites. They gotta get the press there right now.
That's
If they can't call the cops.
Oh, these are educated people. I think they have Instagram. They have Facebook. They're tagging these local news outlets that are owned by Get them out. They know.
they don't want it spread wide in the on local news station. They want to keep this quiet. This is crazy. This is
Because it's illegal and they're holding her hostage. This is almost like a kidnapping.
yeah.
So
Like you're
that's why they
making
want to
her
keep it
sign
quiet.
something under duress.
Exactly, Jess.
So which
Can we get it up to 100,000 real quick? I'm sorry, Jess. We are stuck at 92.4. Just I know everybody's into what we're looking at, and I appreciate you all. And I'm sure I know Jess is, but 100,000 guys, and we'll be out your way.
Also, a long hold on Justice Space and share this with people that are watching.
It
Yeah, hold
is
on
extremely
Justice Space.
frustrating.
Yeah, just long hold on Justice Space. Share it with 20 people. I think somebody said she was already on the phone with Rachel Maddow on MSNBC. So I saw that scrolling through the chat. These are the tactics of the Fourth Reich. That's what this is. It is a reminder that Black women are regularly set aside in the conversation when bad things happen to them. Because it would have been, if it were Nancy Pelosi locked up in a room somewhere, unable to leave, it would be international news.
I agree.
And then
One
the
second, you
National
guys.
Guard. I
James,
share.
hold on really quick, Layla, because James came in early, but his phone was messed up. James, are you not James, Ivan, are you able to speak?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes,
I'm
we
here
couldn't
with
hear
you,
you. We
Jess.
couldn't hear
Listen,
you earlier.
am I coming through clear now?
Yeah, you're clear now, though. Thank you for coming back.
Great. Hey, listen. I agree 100% with James. He's right on target. But you know what? The elephant in the room, and I think Oya's in the chat somewhere as well. Listen, the elephant in the room is the military. Here in California, we had 1,500 National Guardsmen refuse to report. at the time that they were requested to show up. 1,500. Now, I believe, and I'm military, I believe that there is going to be a major action, in terms of soldiers disobeying illegal orders, because it's unconstitutional what this government is doing right now, which is clearly an illegal order to follow. So, looking at I'm getting phone calls like crazy. Senior retired military generals and NCOs are meeting. So, this goes beyond just Texas. This shit is getting off the hook. We're going to see some shit that we've never seen before in this damn country, beginning with our military. And I stand 10 toes down with them. Over.
Thank you so much. Timothy, welcome in. How are you?
I'm doing good, so you can drop me. I signed up accidentally.
Oh, okay. You said that she's not being held hostage.
Yeah, I don't think she's being held hostage.
What does it mean to be held hostage?
In some cases, being restrained.
Is she not being restrained? She's not able to leave. They won't let her leave without, and they said they'll arrest her.
I'm thinking that, you see, that's their scapegoat. They'll let her leave, but they put in the fear that if you leave, we're going to arrest you.
Right. So right.
That's
you know how like when you're
getting the camel off their back.
Right. So if I'm at a bank and I'm holding it and I'm robbing it, and I say, hey, if you try to leave out that door, I'm gonna boom you. I'm holding you hostage.
That's
person
different.
seized or held as scrutiny
Shooting
for
a
the
person. Shooting a person is different from.
I know, but
Go ahead.
hostage means a person being seized or held as scrutiny for the fulfillment of a condition.
That was a bad scenario you used by saying pew-pewing.
But I'm saying in the words of hostage, a person being seized or held as a security for the fulfillment of a condition. Right? So she's being seized or held for the security of a fulfillment of a condition. And if she does not fulfill that condition, then she will have consequences that she most likely don't want to happen.
I agree with that.
So she is being held hostage.
I agree that she's being held against her will. I agree with the brother when he said it's a false equivalence. But I am looking for a leader that comes from Selma, that comes from the party of Selma, that marched from Birmingham to Selma. The people who got, like my father, torch, who got fire hoses and attack dogs, attack on them for sitting at a lunch counter. We are at that. We are beyond that. How about that? We are beyond that. If you need to be, she knows that there will be a plethora, if not millions of people that will rally for her defense. If she is arrested, what will it be? A felony? What will it be? A misdemeanor? Do we know? I want the party of Selma because we are dying as a democracy every single day. And yet people get up and go to the movies. They get up and they argue about Love Island. Meanwhile, this country is merely being just disseminated every single day. And it's frustrating. I wake up and I think of
when they say
what's happening in the middle.
Our ancestors, they're right, because they would have been on wreck shop. They would have been unacted out. They would have been on flip the tables. They'd have been out there.
So who will it be?
Ben. Big Ben.
And add to all that's going on, the people that didn't show up and say, lock her up and crazy crap like that, right? Like, nobody's taking advice from the helpless, the hopeless, the foolish. And I damn sure ain't taking any lectures on what we need to be doing from truck drivers. Okay? So go back to whatever trailer park you crawled out of. Sorry, I was talking to somebody in the chat.
Oh yeah, I seen them.
Tap the screen, long hold Justice space, share the live, make sure you get your daily heartbeat. And just remember, right? W.B. Du Bois talked about this. He talked about the psychological wage of whiteness. They have been conditioned to believe they are better than people simply because they are white. And so they will forego their own personal benefit from the government so that they can claim that they are better than us. They will be uneducated, foolish, show up in spaces offering opinions no one solicited from them. It is indicative of the Karens we see on the news regularly that are in Black folks' business without invitation. And it is a reminder that they have been conditioned to believe they are better and have the right to insert themselves in business that they shouldn't regularly, which is why they continue to vote for Donald Trump. The people in West Virginia are going to be hardest hit. Those of them whose moms are their aunts, their dads are their uncles, the folks that cannot read and have the lowest education in the country. A little research would show you that if Republican policies work, then they wouldn't be the 9 of the 10 most uneducated states in the country. And with 7 of those states, having control of both the House, Senate, and the governorship. If their policies worked, their folks would not be in poverty. They would not be drug addicted. Okay? So once again, we are dealing with a group of people who have been conditioned to believe they are better than us simply because they are white, and they are not.
I literally just made a video because that's why they want to keep us divided and segregated, because it's hard to hold up the propaganda and the lies when you hang with the truth every day. If you're just hanging with your white tea counterparts and your propaganda keep telling you this and this and that about Negroes and Muslims and all this other stuff, you'll believe it. You'll stand by it, you'll fight by it, you pull your guns out, you'll run your trucks down the hallway, down the dirt roads and all that other shit. But then, like they say, what are they teaching these kids in school? Because they all become woke and they all become liberals because they're going to school with these people that they have lied to you about, and then they see that they're not all criminals. They see that they are not all thugs and abusive and all this, that, and the other. Right? You meet Shaniqua and she got a mama and a daddy. Right? They both take care of her, but your daddy in the house and he's still a deadbeat. Your house is on wheels. You think it's just you and you're there anonymously, like, oh, I'm just a few of us are in a trailer park. No. But we're better than them. No, the fuck you ain't. But you believe that because you only hang around your own. But if you are allowed to be with us all the time, you're like, damn, y'all not what they said y'all are. I need to, look at everything that I have been taught, all the propaganda that has been fed to me. Like my education ain't nowhere near. Like Michelle said, I got in some of these rooms and I worked this hard just to realize that I was the smartest person in the room. Like, how the fuck did you get here? Even from my side, we're thinking we need to work extra, 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 extra hard, which we do, and it only just continues to make us better because they're gonna be this and they're gonna be that and they're gonna do it right and whatever, 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 whatever. And then come to find out you don't even know shit. Come to find out you taking my ideas back up to the CEO and using them as your own. You don't even have a clue. But that's why they need us to be segregated, to keep the lies and the propaganda going, because it's hard to keep it going when you're hanging with the truth on a regular basis. And that's why they say more college kids are voting Democratic.
I just want to bring up. Do any of you watch TLC, the Learning Channel?
I don't watch a lot of TV.
Okay, the Learning Channel was started by NASA.
Thank you.
It was originally supposed to be a platform for like learning about STEM, science, math, the economy, etc. But it flipped to this reality TV platform. There's a show called Welcome to Platteville. It's very successful. And recently, Platteville, yes, they're conservative. They dress like farm maidens, they, if you break out of the clan, as it were, you're woke.
Mm-hmm.
One of the ex-wives just recently came out and said, TLC, the media giant, knew about abuse on this show. Now it's an all white tea show, all blonde show. And she said they knew that this man would say things like, I wish the LGBT. You know what I mean? What happened in
Mm.
Colorado Springs had happened everywhere, and they did nothing. We need to start holding our media accountable as well and start turning off the abuse that's highlighted on shows like Love and Hip Hop, as well as Welcome to Platteville. Both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because what they do is keep perpetuating the same BS that was on Jubilee with Amanda Seales. What did they
Yep.
talk about? Love and hip hop and rap. We are so much more diverse than that.
We need to allow them to be their own fucking echo chamber. Let them sit in it. Like, why do we keep going on Jubilees? That's why, like, and shout out W Tashika because she went on there,
Oh,
but then she said, They invited her back, but I'm not gonna go back because the way that they tried to portray, us or the quote unquote, libs, how they just use them to prop it up to to even spew the shit because they know some people are going to be listening. Like, talk to your damn self then. Craig, and
yeah, I
then
don't know.
I see this.
Yeah, I don't know if I actually agree with that, Jessica. And I
Mhm.
would say that
Go ahead.
again, we have to, because I'm with Layla all the way. I
Mhm.
think that we have a rising authoritarian movement. We are at the doorstep of fascism. Like we're right there.
Mhm.
And I think what happened was is that we thought if we could just keep these people away from mainstream media, that we could keep them from being platformed, right? And we could keep their ideas quiet. And it turns out that's not what happened. It turns out they've been hiding in little YT holes, talking to each other, building up little clubs all over the country. And then when the mainstream media changed, when it got off the TV and went online, they were the first people there. They took
Mhm.
over AM radio. They got into the podcast space, YouTube space before we did, way before we did. And now they've been able to cultivate a mostly impressionable, lonely white male populace to agree with this stuff because there was nobody there to counter their arguments. There's
Mhm.
nobody there to show them like this is fucking stupid.
But
Like
I
there's
don't think I
nobody there
don't
to
think
say
that
that.
we were necessarily ignoring them and let them have their thing. I think we didn't even see it coming up for the.
That's I
I
mean
don't think we
that's
were ignoring them for the with the intent of like, oh, leave them to the this. I just think that they were slowly, just popping up and then like, oh shit, what's really going on? Here goes the manosphere. Here goes the red pill. Here goes the this,
yeah.
and here goes the that. Which is why, again, that's why I begin the movement of We Are What's Left because I do agree that the way that he allegedly seemed to have won is through podcast influence, content creators, marketing, which is why us as creators like let's build our directory of creators. Let's get on task with messaging as we talk about what we want to put forward and put it all out at the same time. Let us all break the algorithm. Let's us like because one thing, dude, we're pretty smart over here too. So we could come together even quicker and get on the same page and spread it out as well. Like how do we all use all our platforms to push the same message collectively over and over and over again so that it is not just one or two things coming down your For You page. And then when we see each other's fucking post in our content, we all repost everybody's shit. We all make sure we're sharing it to our audience. Like we're going to put it in our face. You're going to fucking see it, which I think is important right now. Because when they get done trying to tear this bitch down, we are gonna be what's left, and we need to take back the narrative and stop letting them tell us who the fuck we are. Again, like we got to start doing something. We have to attack on all fronts, from content, from
Yep.
uh because that's why we're creating change through content. From content, there are going to be people on the ground, there are going to be people at the capitol, there are going to be people calling, there are going to be people making the meals to make sure that our fighters continue to fight. Like if we get hurt, there's going to be people doing aid. Like everybody plays a part in this fight, and we're not going to all play the same part, and that's okay. I think it's important to know what your strength is and find out where it could be applicable. If you're good with the mic and you're good on camera, get your podcast, go live, or make videos if that's the case. That what you want to do. If you're a producer, start putting together these, back in the documentary. Go with people who are doing the boots on the ground. Like, how do we all press it forward per media? Like, let's push. We have to push together. Hey Carl, how you doing? Welcome in. You people talk too much. Well, you could always leave. Bodine, you've been here from the very fucking beginning. Listen to us talk. We're on a live stream. You want us to be quiet? Oh my God, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're not that smart, y'all. Even the shit that comes out of their mouth, the letters that comes out of from underneath their thumbs on the apps, it's just not smart. Like even the bots that are programmed to say whatever the fuck they want to say, even their responses aren't smart. Like we can do this now that we see the play. Let's flip it. Let's yeah.
The
Never. Oh,
the
sorry, James.
the burner accounts have become the new Klan hood. They have. They give people anonymity to create terror, to come on panels and call people the N word, to engage in the most disruptive behavior. And I think if the government wants to pass legislation to stop hate speech, hate crimes, etc., these companies have ways of determining which of the accounts are bots. They don't want to, right? Because it helps their bottom line, it helps their stock, it helps the drama. And so I just wonder, look, a bot account. Anyway, so it helps those individuals that
Look, a
are
blocked
cowards.
account.
Yeah. The issue is like people are scared, right? They are cowards. Trump has given them the simple thought in their head that they can be racist, but they're too coward to do it publicly, so they do it from burner accounts, right? Like, let me show
They've
up
always been a
something
coward.
and try to invoke fear
I
in
agree with that, sis. I do. They've always been a coward. Now they
100%.
just have another platform to do it. But I will ask you, and this very intelligent platform, has Democratic leadership contributed to it? When Hakeem Jeffries got on MSNBC and said it's their government, he didn't say it's our government, and we're going to continue to participate any way we can, including if it means going to jail. I want that kind of leadership. I want the leadership that says, I am willing to fight instead of kumbaya. I know you because we play in softball league together, or I see you at the gym. If you're in DC, you're collecting a check, then honestly, do the work. Be the part. I keep conditioning myself to say be the party of Selma, but this is not the party of Selma. It's not. They're like, we want to uphold the whatever of democracy. First of all, the pillars of democracy that were here were already racist against who? People of color. So maybe it's time for a change. And I read Project 2028. A lot of opinion, no substance, no action from the
Oh,
Democrats.
Project 2028 was so sad. It is, yeah. It's a memo. it's nothing.
And it's
Hold on, what is
copycat.
Project 2028?
It's a plan that was released. It's like a very thinly veiled version of Project 2025. Of like, here's what it's like a proposal. But if you actually go to the proposal page and look down through it, every single one is like, we do a committee, like let's do an outreach program, like let's try and figure out what do people think about these ideas. It's not anything actionable at all. I think they released it like 3 months ago, something like that. I don't know. Time's been
Who
moving
put it
fast,
together?
but some think tank, some Democratic think tank. It's like basically a bunch of interns. It's not impressive. I don't know if
The Heritage Foundation been working on this for 40 fucking years, y'all.
It was a think tank associated with the Democratic Party. This was a Democratic Party sort of rebuttal to Project 2025. They brought up things like reparations. Weren't we there under the Biden administration? Didn't they have Cory Booker, head of the George Floyd policing rights, and with him and Tim Scott? Why did we include Tim Scott? Why? We
need women in the head of all of this shit. Black women preferably. Oh, free Hector's at the Capitol where they're holding what's it, Nicole Collier hostage. They want her to sign a paper saying that she will be escorted everywhere she goes and bring her back to the special sessions, and if she doesn't sign it and tries to leave, she'll be arrested. We need solutions at this point.
Is this a Texas thing or a DC thing?
Texas.
Okay, because I was like, I don't recognize her name in DC.
No, yeah, Greg Abbott. Like,
So they're
can
trying
we
to
overthrow him?
seize the.
Can he be impeached? Like, what are we doing?
Beto went on a tour of Texas and talk. Remember, Beto was so close to defeating Abbott. He was close.
Until
That
he
means those
went off
people
about
were
them
willing.
fumes.
There you go. And now he's on a tour of Texas. Get Beto down there. Get his people down. That's why I was like, wait a minute. The Unf America tour was all over my FYP. Was it on yours? I don't know. But that woman Z and those people, you weren't included. I wasn't included. No one on this panel was included. But meanwhile, they're getting paid by the DNC. Where's our Harry? Where's our Parker? Where is our Dean being uplifted by the DNC by tens of thousands of dollars a month with a super PAC that allows this man to graduate from NYU without any student debt? Where is ours? I asked that during the election. I was trounced on, and I ask it again. Where is ours? They never have conversations about reparations, about public housing. It's all, why did you vote for Trump? Guess what? We know why they did. Let's talk about how we move forward.
Yeah, call for a special election to remove Abbott. How do we do that? How do we do that? That's the real question.
So you guys, before I came, while I was sitting, I wasn't like logged in all the way, but I was listening to you guys talk about hate speech and making some kind of hate speech law. Am I correct about that, Small?
Ask me again.
Were you guys talking about creating some kind of hate speech law or something like that?
No.
Did I hear? Okay, then I heard you wrong.
I was saying if people actually wanted to do something about these bots that are creating hate online, then they only needed to put in place laws to force companies to do it. The companies know what to do to stop it. They just don't do it because it helps their stock.
And it creates a combatant environment or demand environment to make people come back who feel validated again too. So yep, I agree with you on that. And the issue I was having when I was trying to listen to you guys, girl, I had my first can of some CBD stuff. That's my first time. I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling good right now. But when you were talking about how to combat Abbott, I just want to ask this, and I just want to understand what we're thinking. Are we thinking that we're still in the kind of mindset of possibility before the Trump second term, or are we saying that Beto could go out there safely? Because that's my other concern. Beto can go out there safely now that this new environment is out. I'm just curious about how you guys feel about that for Texas, because I don't know enough about Texas and your current state of environment, to be honest with you. Do you feel that's something he could do safely in the new environment? Like pre-second term Trump, sure. But now this new environment, do you feel like that's something that Texas is open to? Is this something he could be safe about? Just curious.
I think they want to, but I say is that we can't get a special election, but we can have him impeached, which has to be initiated by the Texas House of Representatives. If the House votes by a simple majority to impeach the governor, is suspended from office pending a trial in the Texas Senate. If the Senate, acting as the court of impeachment, convicts the governor by a 2/3 majority, the governor is permanently removed from office. Like, because what the fuck is going on? But then I guess I think Republicans have the majority or somewhere near that.
Yes, in Texas they do have the majority, so that's what I was like. And that's partly what they're trying to do when they also remove. So when these midterms come up and we have these police off this imposed, slowly creeping on national emergency decree, which will suspend the voting rights of many people if it gets called out that way, because that's what he will do. Not that that's what he'll do. That will remove the voices of so many Democratic sectors, and it will allow more Republican sectors to take power. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They will have the majority. They will be able to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it will allow also new policies or new regulations to propose for gerrymandering in other states too, because you're going to lose. When we look at the first 4 years, bottom line, when we look at the first 4 years of the Trump administration, he had Tom Hoffler
Hey, Bill.
go through all the states and redistrict to create a bigger perceived red wave and to remove the power from blue districts. That's how he dissected it. If you look at the 2016 state map, and now you look at this year's and you compare them side by side, you will see a lot of those Midwest and Michigan, whatever that's called up there, states, you will see a lot of their districts have been redivided, have been completely divided, not necessarily creating new positions, but more so absorbing blue districts into red districts. That's why it was red. It's not that more people voted red, it's that blue districts got dissected into red districts. You can see that very clearly. Now, once that happens and you keep that power and you're not allowed to get that power back, you're going to start seeing new legislation or state legislation or policy that is going to allow gerrymandering. That's the next step, like permanent redistricting and more delegates for those states. And you won't have a voice in this. There's a town in Michigan called Ontario, and maybe Wisconsin, Ontario, who was doing everything that we see right now in advance. And they were used as a case study of how the entire town, which used to be very purple, became completely red because the Republicans then voted the Democrats out. That's what my concern is for your states. My concern is your Democrats being pushed out or moved out. And you say that's not possible. That is very possible. There are states that are already doing that. There are states that are already doing that. And I can pull them up for you. So that's what my concern is. How are you going to take those increments to get what you want in Texas, especially with this proposal to redistrict? Is it a gerrymander? Sorry, gerrymander. How are you going to get through that?
Fucking typical white guy. Oh, typical white guy. Like, you know that when the tree fell on him, he sued the city or whatever, got his money, and then made a law to where you can't sue the city if a tree falls on you. So if it happens to anybody else, they can't get paid for it. But you could get your money for it, which is wild. So of course, when he get in, he'll end term limits.
I think, and this is just me, and I'm sorry if I'm passionate today, Jessica.
No,
but
no,
what
go
happened
ahead, because I also want to talk about the
Zelensky
Zelensky too.
in New York and the Post, Mandana, what they're doing is just, it's mind-boggling. And I'm walking down the street today and I see people going to movies, and like that's what's happening in Hungary. It's an authoritarianism, and yet people are able to sue other people for, I don't know, knocking down a cherry tree on their property. They're living every day under authoritarianism. The police or the state secret police can show up on their doorstep every day, and I don't want us to become okay with that, comfortable with that. And what he said about Mandami, New York, Chicago, LA is absolutely terrifying. And seeing people in DC having their tents ripped apart by our own community, because I see black and brown people do it too. You know what I mean?
And
And
so it's
even though
them,
they,
because he only one paycheck away, one broken ankle, one hospital visit, one
only one
checkup away.
pull over. How about that? When
One
only
tail
their
light.
child, but they willing to erase that for a $30,000 bonus. How did we get here? We know how we got here. We just went in reverse, right? So I just wonder, why are Congress people, senators showing up in DC, and they talk, the Republicans got to protect their own, and he does not care. It's been shown to us. So what do we do moving forward is my question. Who is the leader going to be born from this movement? Because it's obviously no one in DC. Who is the leader?
And it's crazy. I thought it was that one girl, but shit, she voting third party. I'm like, make it make sense. That mean, baby, you're not thinking either. Oh Jesus. So what happened with Zelensky? I don't know all the details. I was in, I think, a freeze live when I think they were like saying he needs to give up Crimea. He needs to do this, but I don't know the details. So Layla, if you do have them.
Oh, I caught the beginning because I was on set, and they had the press in there before they met. So it was very curious that Zelensky got the White House and Putin got this big Grand Dame thing in Alaska, but that's okay, right? We'll forget about the waste, fraud, and abuse as long as it appeases that party, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Zelensky showed up in the suit, and the same guy who was planted in the audience goes, "Oh, I'm glad you showed up in a suit." And Zelensky said, "Yeah, and I realize you're wearing the same suit you wore when you were here before." My man
Let me
knows how to
tell you
speak.
something. Zelensky got the comebacks, okay? Can I
Yes,
get some coconuts for
facts,
Zelensky in the chat,
brother.
please? W Zelensky, okay? Because the man got the comebacks for sure.
He was asked about Crimea. He said no, that he feels Ukrainian people are willing to go through the fight. He wants a ceasefire before a peace deal. And Trump spoke down to him, but it was cut short because the press were, of course, asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I believe the media is complicit. Why do they allow him to do idiotic things and not say, why is the president of the United States walking on the roof of the White House?
I just don't get how journalists spend all these years with their integrity of their writings and their reportings and their findings and their investigating just to be reduced down to nothing, to them telling you what you should say. That means anybody can do that. Yes, you guys. We have 2.99 left in tonight's goal. I appreciate all the love and donations that have come in thus far. Give me a follow if you've not done so. We also have 13 little heart kisses left before we get out of here. That's our last gift goal, and then I'll just do one big one, possibly maybe. I don't know. We might just go and get out. And yeah, share the live if you haven't. Tag it. Yes, please do, Layla. And congratulations on whatever job you have just recently booked. Okay, hey Junie. Um, yeah, give me a day. You'll hype me if you have not done so. Tap the screen. Let's get up to 150K before we even get out of here. Might even get up to 200 depending on where the conversation is going. This is crazy. Like, do you see the way that they are trying to dismantle America as we see it? Do you see a Gavin Newsom or anybody? I'm gonna start with any white man, any man that could fix it.
Under certain circumstances, and I think that we will take some L's.
Mm-hmm.
I think we will have to take some L's. It won't be us that chooses, and I believe that.
Thank you.
Oh, look at that cute. Look at that little cute heart. Okay, I'll take the little kid. But I don't think it'll be us that chooses. It'll be the
When you
thems
say
and the
us, what does
theys.
that mean?
Melanated people of color,
Mm-hmm.
people having their bodily autonomy taken, people who are part of the LGBTQ plus community, people who are having Brown versus Board of Education analyzed, people who are having Loving versus Virginia analyzed. It won't be us. It won't be us. It'll be the thems, the theys, maybe even the Soroses of the world. It won't be us. And I don't think for a very long time we have actually had that choice. It may have been it may have been an idealized choice, but it's the mega donors, right? Because if we look back at what the political pundits are saying, that Hakeem, we'll say leadership did not want Kamala Harris. They wanted to open the convention, which would have thrown the party into chaos. But it was the mega donors that said we cannot do this. And so I think the Democratic Party, as it is, if it doesn't get rebuilt or restructured, it will be the same people who chooses how we move forward. But this complicit silence is intolerable to me. And that's why I keep saying, like, a book, Vice President, we need you to speak in a way that talks to us all, because most people have a sixth grade education. They're not looking to buy a book. They're looking to watch Love and Hip Hop. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean they're illiterate. It just means that the Democratic Party isn't speaking to them.
Some of them are illiterate though. A lot of them. You know how hard it is to dumb yourself down especially when you're not used to having to dim your light or be dumb. Like when I started doing these elections, I was flabbergasted and surprised at how many people are so poorly educated. I mean, and I still have not been able to, and I know that they probably need to hear this and that, and I still have not even found myself. I've not been able to do it. I've not been able to. I said there are a level to the live. Go to somebody else live. We're not having that type of conversation. I cannot do it. And when you begin to lower who you are, you find yourself in the mud. I think that's the hardest part. We need to be really pulling our educational system up. We need to get in the media. Like we should not be getting rid of PBS, but we should be putting more money into it because it's hard to dumb yourself down and or dim your light when you're not used to it, but also dumb yourself down. That's what I'm saying. Like people like, oh, she doesn't know what she's saying. She's just talking word salad. You don't. Your vocabulary is not expansive. You don't know what the fuck she's saying. I had somebody on the live and it was like saying the same thing. I was like, what does feckless mean? Like even she said capitulate. She said things that words that they would not readily identify or know what they mean. And that's why they say she doesn't know what she's saying. She's just talking. You don't understand the words because you don't understand the meaning, you don't understand the vocabulary. And that's really a you thing. So I think that is probably going to be the hardest thing. But I also too believe the margin of 1 point something percent of allegedly losing. I've been to her rallies. People feel it, they get it. I think they're I think America was ready. I think America was ready, and that's all I'm gonna say with that when it comes to here. I was there. It was wrapped around 2, 3 times a stadium. People were
I'll
crying.
leave on this note. Clinton balanced the budget, right? When I was in school, nobody cared. It wasn't part of U.S. history. You know how historical that is to balance the budget and for the United States to not be in a deficit? That is quite amazing.
Mm-hmm. I
But
didn't even know that.
because because these people are undereducated, they're like, I'm not part of the stock market. Meanwhile, the company you work for is part of the stock market. And that should be something that is historic, that is communicated through school. Now, I've seen the cartoons about Columbus and what they want to teach in Florida and Texas, but in the end, I think that there was a lot of red pill. There was a lot of like, I didn't get the job. I saw someone that did not look like me that had a car that I wanted, and even in our community, they created a what do you call it? A focus target that we didn't care about 6 years ago. We didn't care about 4 years ago.
But
And
they
this
had a
man
plan.
ran exactly, and they had a plan, and I don't believe the Dems did. And
Yeah,
it's kind of heartbreaking,
I
but at
agree.
the same time, here we are. So what do we do about it? I just want somebody to get arrested. I'll help you bail yourself out.
Layla, are
Go.
you DC?
I'm New York. Like
Okay.
I'm waiting for National Guard to show up on Mandami. I'm just waiting for it.
And before you go too, I also like one, like you say, they're mad because some guy that you feel because society told you you're better than certain people, and these certain people got better shit than you got, than you that you don't think they deserve, right? So you think it must be something wrong. You must be here illegally. You must be robbing. You must be selling drugs or whatever. Because instead of looking and being inspired, a lot of motherfuckers will do anything but be better. A lot of males would do anything than be better. And that's why I'm like, when did we ever had a male come in really and fix anything and just really just fix it? Just really, really fix it. Even with Clinton, Hillary, she really running BO. Like, it's gonna take a woman. Like, I feel like we tried it all the way to where we are now. We need a woman's touch and we need a black woman's touch. Respectfully. Disrespectfully. How the fuck you want to take it? That's what we need. Because y'all have a history of destruction from the moment you got here.
But you know where you need to be, sister, and I'm gonna drop on this note.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be in that room with the Z's of the world, with the Deans, with the Harrys, with the Parkers, with 4,000 people in your life.
You
And
do.
that is because they have the backing of the DNC, of
I
these
agree.
super PACs that pay them. We need to start demanding those spaces. And yes, they'll allow people in, but it'll be rare and they'll be on live for 4 or 5 hours making thousands of dollars. Why not you?
And I totally agree, which is why we're building We Are What's Left. Because when we have a directory of creators, then you can be like, you may have one or two with 1,000, but I have like 1,000 creators who have
You
millions
met
of followers, and we can push one message at the same time. So now what?
Look at Jolly Green. You know how many times I tagged your videos in Jolly Green? I mean Jolly Good Ginger?
Mm-hmm.
Even Don Lemon. I'm like, wait a minute, bro, where'd you come from, huh?
Yeah.
But okay, you want to come in this thing called social media and start to like make thousands
And
of dollars?
W Layla, y'all.
Oh no, girl, W
No,
just
I agree with
like
you, Layla. It irks me. It irks me. They pop up, especially white men and white women. No hate to a certain degree, but the moment they pop up, they instantly are up there in the 200s and stuff. And then she's been at this since when? Since when?
As soon as they said Kamala Harris is in the race.
since
And I'm
before
just
that,
like,
because I
what?
remember us talking about BS. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
remember that. But I couldn't believe when I looked at the breakdown of how much Harry Parker Dean and then Don Lemon, now Joy is on YouTube. Where is your space? And then Jolly used to be the gossip guy, right? The cheese man. And now he's getting interviews with. Why not you?
Mm-hmm.
Why not you? No shade on
Hold
Jolly.
the fucking sign.
When Jolly goes on the shade room and pretends that that's journalism, L to Jolly. L. Black journalism, okay? It's not. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, Robin. Okay, I'm not. Because if he does not platform people and knowing the impact that he has, no, you need to be pulled back, bro. You need your tail checked. Sorry, as my dad would say. Sorry.
I
But
just
Layla
know
has
because
another point.
I'm there. I'm not at the moment, because I don't like to say at the moment why I haven't thus far is the same reason Kamala Harris allegedly didn't win.
It's true, but that's the other point. It's like
Not a black
the same
intelligent
thing with
woman.
that the un-F America tour. The whole problem is that there's still just males at the front line of this. We make up 50% of this country, and yet even in this process, it's still male voices that are being promoted first. It's not representation. How are we supposed to be? And this is what I said back then, way, way before it even happened. What happened when I heard about what was going to happen? How are we the party of DEIA and we don't even do it right? Why
It's
aren't there more
performative.
females being pushed to the front? Help me.
The one thing that they're scared of is a black intelligent woman. Oh,
Said a
and
black
God
messiah.
forbid it be a beautiful black intelligent woman. Not saying that
Look
all
at
black women ain't, because they are. They are. All black women are beautiful, baby. The blacker the bear, the sweeter the juice. I love some chocolate. But a black, beautiful, intelligent woman. Oh no, we're not gonna be able to do that. How do I throw dirt on her name from the rip? But I'm just saying, like, Kamala Harris did everything perfectly. She all her life, not perfectly, but she did everything. She fought for the people. She been in all the branches. She's experienced. She's been an intern to the president for 4 years. It don't make you don't get more qualified than that. And still, no, not the black woman. I'd rather vote for the felon adjudicated sexual abuser than to be that. And that's why. But again, that's why we're building places like We Are What's Left. Because you will see us. You will see us. And you're gonna have to come to us. Don't worry about it. You can ignore me for a little bit. But you'll have to come to me. Mark my words. Hey Steve, how you doing? Thank you, Layla. I know you got a drop, baby. I know we've been holding you hostage for a couple of nights. Good night, beautiful.
No,
Have a
I
happy
just
day.
got a 4 a.m. call time. It's just that, when I bring up Jolly, I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable,
Yeah,
but
I don't
there's
have
going to
any
come
jolly
a
problem.
point. It's not uncomfortable. It's about if you get in those rooms, you should look to your right and left and say, who am I with? Who's a part of my team? And I just wonder who is part of the team. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you. Good night. And thank
Of
you,
course.
blessings. Thank you. It was
Always
a
love,
pleasure
baby.
meeting you, Free. I'll talk to you later soon. Be
All right.
safe and be
Okay.
well.
And congratulations again on your role.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Yeah. Again, yeah, there's no doubt. I think the question is just like, why aren't you in those rooms too? Why aren't you in those rooms too? Just as effective, just as intelligent, just as much research, just as much, time. That's just, my thing is sometimes it's the art of timing. And because when I'm there, it's only up from there. It's only up. Again, you'll just see me all, baby. It's gonna be a powerhouse. That's all right because this gives us time to build our army. So, first of all, shout out if you have ever donated to me and or we are what's left. You are already part of fueling the future. If you're a creator or you know a creator that you feel like will be a part of our mission, please tag them in the We Are What's Left. Matter of fact, let me bring We Are What's Left up. Truth is, Tony, I'm gonna let you up too. But hold on really quick, love. Truth, Tony. Irony. Truth is
It's
irony.
true.
Truth. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
what's up?
I didn't know if you came up on purpose, right?
I did.
Okay, give me 1
I
second.
did. Were you looking for opposition?
No. We good. Give me 1 second. If you guys are not following We Are What's Love, please do so. Share the live. Share it with somebody else. Tell everybody to follow. Follow from all your backup pages. We need 1,000 followers just so we can put our website into the bio. Yes, We Are What's Love is about amplifying the voices and showing what it truly means to be on the left. A lot of the time, the right tries to define us, but we are reclaiming that. We are reclaiming that by highlighting our differences, our creativity, and our humanity. And at the heart, it's about truth, equality, and giving space to people who don't always get to be heard, while bridging the gap between real people and the platforms where our voices deserve to thrive, you guys. So we will definitely be creating change through content as a group of creators, all pushing one message. Because I know it seemed like all the red pill, it's like they had a fucking Discord. Well, bitch, guess what? We will have a Discord. This is our talking point this week. We flooded it out, put it out. However, salam, raham, however you see fit. Okay. Thank you. Give me a follow if you guys have not done so. Keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get up to 150K. Truth, how you doing tonight?
I'm great. How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored. I can't complain.
Amen. I say that. That's what I have my church say that every Sunday. Blessed and highly favored.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, I think was really a really nice gesture for the President of the United States to allow a 34-time felon and litigated rapist, someone who's hiding evidence that would prove that he is a diddler. I think it was really nice of the President of the United States to give him a ride in the Beast, in the presidential limo. I think that was really nice of Putin to do that.
What you talking about? Yes, you know what he's talking about. Did you see the picture?
I haven't seen the picture, but when he said the name, when I heard Beast, I had watched G20 not too long ago, so I know what the Beast is. And
You gotta
yeah,
see the picture too. The picture of, did you see what Putin was doing? Did you see what Putin was doing? He had his like nose covered with his hand, turned away from Trump the whole time. Yes, girl. Yes, it was like he was like, who Bible was that in that was talking about ass smell?
They don't believe how toxic this is.
If you're, I gotta see it.
I've never seen the president of the United States clap for a dictator and roll out the red carpet for him. And then not only that, but allow him to steamroll the conversation. It's always whenever there's a meeting between two powers, which was weird in the first place. If you're negotiating a peace treaty, how come Ukraine wasn't represented?
Yeah.
And so for Putin to speak first at the press conference was really weird. But of course, if you're Trump and you're subservient to Putin, then I guess that makes perfect sense. And for Trump, for the only thing that Donald Trump got out of that meeting was that Trump told him that mail-in voting was bad, and that Trump won the election by so much that mail-in voting. But guess what? They actually have mail-in voting in Russia.
Wow.
So if that's really that bad, why do they do it in Russia? And Trump, but I understand, because Trump's speaking basically to his own followers, his own base, and they'll never do the research to find out that that's true. They'll never do the research to find out that 22, civilized countries actually do have mail.
Did you hear when they asked him if he planned on getting rid of mail-in voting, and he actually was talking? Did you hear that part?
Yeah.
Did anybody hear that part?
What did
They
he say?
straight up asked him. He was like, "This is something that we should definitely be considering." In summary.
Right. And five states, 5 states in the United States actually have mail order total. I mean, exclusive mail in voting.
Well, truth, military does mail-in voting.
Right, because a lot of the military are overseas fighting your fucking check.
Exactly.
Or in just another state, period. So they're sending in an absentee, like if I was in, I don't know, Connecticut. I'm from Connecticut, but I'm living in Texas. I'm mailing it in if I want to represent that. That's how it is. Even FEMA has to do that too, because a lot of people in FEMA are on disaster sites for a couple of years. That's DHS. Right. So, but I don't know if and did you hear? Wait, I don't know if you know this. They have reallocated FEMA personnel to ICE.
No, I did not hear that. I did not know that. No.
So if you're on,
I'm not surprised though. Not surprised.
FEMA has nothing to do with immigration. There's no training in FEMA. It has nothing to do with any at all.
They just need to take money from somewhere.
Well, what they did was if you're on a performance improvement plan, like let's say if I didn't meet some kind of quota, or I didn't do this report as well as they want, and they put you on a performance improvement plan in the federal government to say, okay, by this time we're going to send you to the training and help you get there, but by this time you should be doing this a lot better. What they decided to do is not give them a chance to improve themselves on that performance improvement plan and just reallocate them to ICE. And FEMA employees are pissed about this, and they're walking off the job. So now you don't have FEMA employees to help with ICE or actually handle the remaining ones to handle your emergencies.
Yeah, that's crazy. I do know there is a department in FEMA that actually does take care of immigrants who are in need of shelter and health care and all of that. So I do know that. Yeah, there is. Yeah,
what is that department called?
Because
that works for FEMA.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so it works for FEMA.
I'm not sure, but you can look that up. I'm sure that's
wait. So no. So what? That part right there is when FEMA has an international emergencies department. So that's when there's a crisis, like let's say if there's a natural disaster past the border or internationally. So for example, they helped with the Pakistan earthquake. They helped with the Haitian hurricane and earthquake. They have the capacity to do that. And they have the capacity to work with the Department of State, because that's who they ally with. It's called Office of Transition, OTI. That's who they work with USAID and the Department of State to deal with national emergencies. But now that the national emergencies are gone, international emergencies don't have that staff, they have cut back on that. In addition to that, that was only in the form of displaced personnel.
Right.
Not in the form of, and displaced personnel are simply people, for example, Hurricane Katrina, a lot of people went to Texas, but they wanted to come back. It just means their inhabitant of their original place of residing is not safe at the moment, but they can be pushed back. So that's not even refugee or, that's my husband playing with my daughter. I'm sorry, I did not fart, I promise. That's my husband giving my daughter Zerberts. That is just like, oh my God, it's so loud right next to me. That is a different law. Displaced personnel is a different law. It doesn't have to do with immigration or migration. So that's more so.
All right, so I get it, but the point, I think the more valid point, the more interesting point is that we now have a director of FEMA who did not know that there was a hurricane season in America,
which is crazy. By their definition, the whole administration, starting from the president, is DEI.
Wait. He didn't know there was a hurricane.
He didn't know there was a
no,
hurricane.
This is
he
new.
did not know. He literally said at a press conference in an interview that they asked him about the upcoming hurricane season. He's like, "What hurricane season?" Now, he had no idea that we do have a hurricane season. And what's going to happen with Trump's cuts to FEMA is that if there is, during hurricane season, if there is a bad hurricane that comes through the Bible Belt or the tornado belt in Louisiana and Arkansas,
Florida,
in Alabama, Mississippi.
Florida.
Yeah, Florida not so much, but when it goes because
to that
Florida actually has money they can repair. But if it comes through Mississippi, Alabama,
straight up, you're right. You're right.
They're not there, and it destroyed. They're not going to be Louisiana. They're not going to be able to rebuild because they don't have the money. And without FEMA giving them the money to rebuild, they'll literally go bankrupt.
Correct. And let's remember this.
If that levee breaks again
that's what I was going to say, brother. That's what I was going to say.
It's a wrap.
Go ahead, Truth.
It'll be Louisiana will be underwater, and they'll be underwater financially as well as physically.
Yep, because we have to remember that what they did is just so the thing about FEMA too is that if you're in a zone in which they feel like they cannot mitigate the damage, so let's say you have a coastal house and you are not putting your house on stilts or the city isn't taking the proper mitigation reaction to build a different wall or something like that, they won't actually give you help. They won't even cover you anymore. They won't help you fix your house because you've been warned. You've been told not to build there because it's a flood zone, period. Or your insurance will give you even less money as well. So when we take back the staff, what happens is they have to hire contractors. You guys, contractors cost 3 times as much as a FEMA employee. They get paid 3 times as much. And when they take back that staff for those hurricanes, you're going to have a lot of displaced personnel. You're going to have more homeless people. Over.
And it's interesting that those people that'll be most impacted by the hurricane season and the effects of the tornadoes and what have you that come through, they're Trump voters. They're people that actually helped elect this guy, and they're going to find out that they voted against their best interests, because just like he did to those people in North Carolina, when it comes time for them to actually get money to rebuild, he's going to deny it. Because he really doesn't care about these people who are tattooing his picture on their inner thigh. He don't care about them. He could care less about the people who actually put him in office.
And they don't give a fuck. They won't know until they fucking on the street, and they'll still be saying, Trump 2028. I can't believe I can't wait.
Because
this is all a part of his plan.
Right. But the thing is, they never voted for Trump because of his policies. That was never I guarantee you 9 out of 10 Trump supporters, and especially MAGA, couldn't tell you not one Trump policy. They voted for him because of white supremacy. They voted for him because they did not want another opportunity. Think about this, Jess. If Barack Obama had 8 years, if Hillary won and had 8 years, that'd have been 16 years in America. That's almost a whole generation that would not have known what it was like to have a white man as president in the United States. And I'm telling you right now, those misogynist, racist white men would have done it. They would have voted for Mr. Magoo over Hillary Clinton because they did not want to see their power eliminated or erased. Because trust me, if it had been 16, it would have been 24. Because once we wrestle power from these misogynist and racist white men, they'll never get it back.
Yeah.
And they know it. That's why they hustled so hard against Kamala Harris. That's why they hustled so hard against Hillary Clinton. That's why. It's not about policy at all. They don't care about policy. What they care about is being led by a white man. And that's why you have MAGA. That's why you had the Tea Party during Obama. They did not want a black man to represent them internationally. Now look what they got. They got a clown. They got a Russian asset leading America. A guy rolls out the red carpet and claps as a dictator comes off. A guy who's having
Allegedly.
people thrown out of windows and poisoning people.
Show card. Which is crazy. Yep. Like going against our own allies so you can please this man.
Right.
And then what's the and I've seen in the comments he's already blaming Biden for him not. He said that he was going to end all of these wars day one. As soon as he got elected. Here we are.
Well, that's the new one.
Waiting.
That's the new one that he ended 6 wars.
Which
Where?
is crazy.
Yeah.
They ain't even.
Where?
Please tell me.
Yeah, name them.
And they'll be like, yeah. You don't know?
No, they'll tell you to look it up.
Yeah, they're going to say Google it.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Yeah, I got to get me some food. I got to get out of here. We're about to raid Jamal, you guys. Let's do a Jamal raid. You guys already know who James is. James Baldwin's Rage. We are about to head over there right now. Everybody, Nick, thank you so much. We didn't hit our goals today, but don't worry. We'll see our goddesses and gods.
Yes.
Okay? Huh?
Thank you so much for having me, Jess. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Once I'm done with this IVF, I got you. I just gotta say for this. But once I'm done with this IVF transfer, I got you.
Don't you worry about it. You take care of your babies. Okay? But girl.
Yes, babe.
I love you. You want a little boy or a little girl?
I want a little girl so I can recycle the clothes.
So you can what?
I don't recycle clothes. Not anything new.
Is that gonna?
Or grandparents.
Are two kids gonna drive you crazy?
No. Arya starts daycare soon.
Oh,
You gotta get the hell out of this house. She can't be with me. She's too wild. But I just want to recycle the clothes. Her grandparents got her Burberry and stuff like that, and I don't want to get rid of it.
Fancy, schmancy.
So, for a toddler, who the hell needs that? So I just want to reuse it, and not have to buy any new stuff. And I don't want a poor little boy to be in all this pink because everybody got her pink. I don't want to do that to him. So once this is over, I got you.
Oh, baby, take your time. Don't worry about it. You take care of your babies. I know you love me, baby. I love you. Trust me. As we continue to grow and build, we are a team. It's all going to come from everybody in some type of way. And you always show love, and I appreciate your time. Hey, Glitzy. MVP Kamala Harris all day, every day. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate it. Newsome at this point. No, sir. Do you want to come up and tell us why? Probably not. It's a bot with a horse. Go figure. Anyways, everybody know who Jamal is. Y'all make us look good. Jamal Ray, Jamal Ray, Jamal Ray, Jamal Ray.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Thank you for my flowers. I appreciate you. See, so don't you worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be all right. We are in uncharted waters, you guys. I love you guys. Muchas gracias, Sasha. Sasha, thank you so much for being. Thank you all for being here. Shout out to the royal family. W to all of you kings and queens. You are amazing. I appreciate you all for always rocking with me. Always going, toe to toe, blow for blow with your girl. Okay. Um. Yeah. Thank y'all for just being with me. I'm grateful. Y'all say y'all don't ever leave me. I'm not gonna cry, y'all. Okay, let me get out of here because it's hard. James, so Jessica Ray, Jessica Ray, Jessica Ray, y'all spam it in his chat. Make him know that we in this bitch. Even when he say thank you, Jessica Ray. Yeah, he gonna have to say it again because we gonna be in there. Be bloop 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 bloop. 78 people. I need to see 78 Jessica Rays when we get over there. I love you so much. Muchas gracias, Carla. Buenos noches, mi familia. Te amo. Good night. Arriva Dirty. Good night, Red. Good night, you guys. Bye.